Are we good to go? Okay, cool. Looks like we're up.
Yeah.
So, hey guys, I'm Wildfire, again, and I have a guest with me this time. Sophie, do you want to introduce yourself?
Well, I mean, you just did it for me.
I mean, this is true. Anyway, I have a guest. Her name is Sophie. She also plays Alien quite a bit on console. So we're going to be doing console Nightmare No CC. I'll explain what the category means as we're going. But if you're observant, you may have noticed that we're not playing in English, we're playing in Italian from the text. So that's because it's a bit faster by about 30 seconds. So we're going to say no to head tracking and noise detection. Nightmare mode. Yes, and let's get going. This is not the VR version. The VR version is a mod. I think it's only available on PC.
Yeah, it will be.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to skip 2 cutscenes, and there's going to be a loading icon in the bottom right. As soon as the loading icon disappears, that's when timing starts. So I'll give you like a rough countdown, but like just react to when the loading icon disappears. So skip that, and the loading icon should disappear any second now. 3, 2, 1, roughly. There you go. Okay, so we are aboard a spaceship right now, just waking up from cryosleep. I guess I'll explain the category and what it means. So we're playing on console. I'm playing on PS4 right now. This is Nightmare mode. So I'll go into like what Nightmare mode means in a short bit. I'll explain No CC first, because that's a bit easier. So No CC stands for No Crouch Clipping. Crouch clipping is a PC-only technique which allows you to clip through doors. And any percent with crouch clipping is only about like 20 minutes. You can skip from mission 2 to mission 18, so it skips like a lot of the game. But you can't do that on console. So instead, this is basically any percent for console. We still call it No CC because we're not doing any crouch clipping. So what I just did there was I walked into that room to trigger some dialogue from Samuels. He's an android who's also helping us. So we could wait around for him to finish his dialogue, but that's kind of slow. So we started his dialogue, going to walk into this room, then come back out, and we're triggering Taylor's dialogue there. Again, with the same concept, we're not going to wait around for their dialogue to finish. We're just going to keep going. Now we're going back to Samuel's. This time we will wait for his dialogue to finish. And in the meantime, Sophie, do you want to explain what Nightmare mode is and why it's special compared to the other difficulties?
Well, it doesn't have like a health and ammo count and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. There's no heads-up display, so you can't tell how much health you have and how many bullets you have reloaded into your weapons. What else?
Also, like one-hit deaths from
yeah,
humans
it's
and stuff like that.
Yeah, humans are very deadly on Nightmare mode.
Androids too. Androids
do more damage. Yep. There's also like a few other changes with the gameplay, so you don't get a map in Nightmare mode. In the other difficulties, you have a map, but that's not available. You also get a motion tracker, but that's kind of busted.
Yeah.
So it glitches out and plays up a lot. So it's a bit harder to use, but it still works. So it's still like a bit shit, but it still does the job for the most part. Here we're just guiding Samuels to here. Gonna pick up these documents in a bit after the dialogue finishes. Actually, while we're here, we might as well have a look outside. Space. Yeah, it's pretty, isn't it?
Ho sentito che ci stiamo avvicinando alla stazione
This is
Sevastopol.
Verlaine.
Stiamo
We don't really get to
attaccando.
see her much,
So che il tuo
but
contatto è
she's here.
l'ufficiale Waits, giusto? Contatterò
Chill.
Sevastopol
She's
e
fine.
Yeah, she's pretty
organizzerò
chill.
l'attracco con lui.
Bene.
What else?
Non preoccuparti, Taylor.
Oh yeah, also with
Tutti,
loot,
andiamo
you
e
saw I
torna.
looted a few
Connor,
boxes
come andiamo?
during this mission. In Nightmare mode, you get a lot less
Prepara le
loot than other
complicazioni, mi
difficulties.
presento.
Like a lot of the time, boxes will just have nothing in them.
Osservate l'avvicinamento sui
We're getting a pipe bomb.
Yeah, we will be using pipe bombs though later in the run, but we're going to be tactical with how we use our loot. Also, a few other things to do with like the flamethrower, which we get later in the game. The flamethrower in Nightmare mode, it uses fuel at double the rate as other difficulties. So in like novice to hard, the minimum burst amount that you use per burst is 5 flamethrower fuel, but in Nightmare it's 10, so you're using a lot more fuel to do the same job. Also with the alien itself, in other difficulties, if you scare off the alien but you get in its way while it's running off, then it will do something called a knockdown. So it will like push you to the floor, but it won't kill you. It's usually a one-hit kill, but this only happens if you scare it off. In Nightmare mode, there's no knockdown, so if you get it in this way while it's retreating, then you're dead. Okay, now we're on Sevastopol. Sophie, do you have anything to say about Sevastopol, like how the station itself?
It's fucked up, man.
Yeah, it's really, really messed up.
Broken.
Yeah, basically. So this like station that we're on, it's basically open world-ish. You can go to like most parts of the station, and like you can backtrack a lot. So if you want to get like all of the ID tags and like archive logs, then you have to do quite a bit of backtracking. Let me know if the game audio is a bit loud as well. I can turn that down, because there are parts where the game does get a bit loud. So I'll let you know when that happens. It's a tiny bit loud. Okay. I'll try and speak up it then, I guess. Okay, we're gonna grab that flare. Flares are very useful for a lot of techniques, which I'll show off in a bit. Okay, actually I'll go to options and turn the volume down. Audio. Okay, cool. Hopefully that's a bit better. Actually, that's a bit low. Okay, cool. That's fine. Yeah. So, yeah, basically Sevastopol is kind of open world. There are a few points that we go to in the story which aren't on Sevastopol, and those parts are a bit special. So yeah, let's talk about the loot and how it's organized. So the loot in this game is basically randomized, but there are certain spots where loot will always be, and there are certain spots where loot might be placed. So it just depends on how the loot is seeded at the start of the run. It's like it is randomized to a degree, but some spots, as I said, are consistent. Okay, so here there's a wire. It will do damage to us if we go through it. There is a chance that it doesn't do damage, but I'm not going to take that risk, so I ducked under it. So that's a small time loss, but it's worth doing to ensure we have more health for later. Because as Sophie said before, humans do a lot of damage to you. What I just did there was I looked down while I was running, and that delayed the flyby of the Torrens. That's the ship that we were on in Mission 1. And by doing that, it means that we can walk until this flare, so it makes it easier for that flare to get picked up, but it doesn't really save any time. Yeah, for these generators, you have to spam X basically. On PC, you can bind use to mouse wheel, so you can get them like pretty quickly, but it's a bit slower on console because of that, because of the lack of mouse wheel. Oh, also, there are a lot of vents in this game which we have to go through. Yeah, the vents are a bit cramped.
A bit.
Very cramped, yeah. I'm surprised like Ripley can fit inside them. Oh yeah, I should probably mention. So do you want to talk about who we're playing as, Sophie?
Oh, so we're playing as Amanda Ripley, who's the daughter of Ellen from the first... I say from the first Alien film, but from all of the Alien films.
Yeah, basically.
And this is set between Alien and Aliens.
Yeah.
Obviously in that period where Ellen is in hypersleep, floating around in space.
What I just did there was I crouched to the right, and that tends to get Axel to move fast over there. Like you saw a guy running across the screen. He can be very slow at times. It's kind of random-ish, but I find that crouching to the right there makes him move quickly, consistently. Okay, we're gonna do the jack grab in a bit. I'll explain it as we're doing it. So for now, that's a little jump scare, but yeah, we're speedrunning, so we know that we know all the jump scares that happen in this game, all the scripted ones at least.
I still can't do the jack grab.
Yeah, jack grab is kind of difficult.
Can't figure it out.
Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm lining up the jack in the middle of the screen to the right of this yellow bar, and I'm moving very slowly. This is kind of a bad setup. You can see the prompt there. I'll get it eventually. There we go. Okay, I got the prompt. That will lock the camera in that position. So now we need to unlock the camera again. So we're going to go back out this way. Going to enter this locker and exit it. And now the camera is back to normal. So we can move normally again. And a cutscene. Do you want to explain what happened in that cutscene, Sophie?
Axel comes along, he's mean, he threatens us with a gun.
Basically, yeah. But now we're friends, so it's all good.
Now we're cool, yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna go off together and be best friends.
Yeah, forever and ever. That's Axel, by the way. There we go, we can take more properly now. So Axel's quite chatty, he wants to have a talk with these guys, but we're just not going to wait for him. We're going to go over here. And I'm going to check the loot situation. Could be better, could be worse. Let's say that's okay. I'm going to be looting more in this run than I normally would if I was going for like a PB, because it will help with being able to craft more items later in the game. A lot of like the early game is like setting up stuff in the late game, so you need to be thinking ahead, and that's what makes this a pretty interesting run. On PC you can grab the prompt for this button a bit earlier, but you have to wait for console. Oh, also there's a lot of like artwork and like signs in this game, which is pretty cool. Axel is just having a bit of a tantrum with us at this point.
I don't think he ever stops having a tantrum.
I mean, this is true. Okay, I guess now is probably a good time to explain psycho running. So there is a technique that you can do which allows you to run without making sound. I'm doing it right now. So if you alternate between crouch and run every like half second or so, then you can go at like close to the speed of normal running, but without making any of the sound. And that's really useful because sound is very important in this game. Like the alien hunts a lot by sound. If you make too much sound when the alien's active, it will drop. Also humans are very alert to sound, and so are Joes. So
especially on Nightmare.
Yeah, especially on Nightmare, because Nightmare is, yeah, the alien,
It's
like
like a
all
couple
the
of
enemies are more
steps,
sensitive.
isn't it?
What was that?
It's like a couple of steps, isn't it? Like running
Yeah,
steps.
if you make like a few steps in a row, then that will really set them off. If you make like singular steps, that's okay. It's not the end of the world. You'll still probably be okay. And it's called Psycho Running because it was named after Psycho Hypnotic, who is in the chat right now. He's the one who discovered it a few years ago.
Iconic.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. It works a bit differently on PC. So on PC, you like, I'm not sure exactly how it works, but I think you hold like, you hold run and then you tap crouch every half second. But on console, there's no like way to hold running. Once you start crouching, it automatically goes to a crouch and then you stop running.
Vivi qui?
There's an item there, compound B. So, interesting fact, I picked up some flashlight batteries. You can reload and use the flashlight without actually having the flashlight, because the flashlight's there, and we pick it up in a bit. Any second now we'll get the prompt. There we go. So yeah, you can use the flashlight without actually having the flashlight. Oh, also there are radios in this game. They can be useful at times. There are some strats which involve using radios. We're just going to follow Axel for now. This isn't essential to the run, but there's an ID tag here. You don't normally get that in this category, but you need all the ID tags for 100%.
Axel, è questo?
I don't think I've ever got all of them.
Yeah, a lot of them
I
are pretty well
always miss
hidden.
a couple, like, yeah.
Yeah, the ID tags and archive logs and Nostromo logs, there's a lot to get in 100%, but it's pretty fun. So, here, if you're doing PC, or if I was playing on Novice, then I'll do a plant clip here. What plant clips are is basically you plant an item, and when you're in that animation to plant, your character goes forward a bit, and in that animation you're able to hit prompts, like which you shouldn't normally be able to do. So you can actually get ahead of Axel in this vent if you do that plant clip, which I talked about, but I'm not going to do that in this category because there are a few reasons. Number one, I don't really want to use the flare right now, because you have to use 2 flares to make it consistent, and also I haven't really like figured out how to get it to work properly on console, like for Nightmare. For Novice it's okay because the humans are like kind of stupid, so you can just run past them and like it's not really much of a problem. But on Nightmare it's not really the same situation. Okay, here we're going to do a safety save in case I mess this next bit up. So we're going to light a flare and distract some humans, and then we're going to psycho run to their right. So flare, throw that, psycho run around here. I'm going to say it's a bit slow, let them go to the flare. Once they start moving, I'll go past. Okay, nice. Should be an item here. Good, that's a blasting cab, that's actually really good. And then Axel will teleport. There we go. Yeah, okay, cool.
Quanto manca?
Okay, sensor there. That spot is pretty consistent. There's usually an item there, but that's random as well. Okay, so you see that switch? We have to hit the other one on the other side, so we have to backtrack a little bit.
Ok.
And here we go. Cheers, Palmer. So there's a guy behind him, so we have to save him from getting attacked. So I'm playing in Italian right now because it's 30 seconds faster than English. the different language packs have different speeds. So Italian and French are 30 seconds faster than English. German is a little bit slower. Portuguese is actually a bit faster as well. I'm not sure about Spanish. I imagine that would be a bit faster also. French is actually like half a second faster than Italian, but I prefer Italian, and so do most runners, because the French audio is a bit weird. And that's not to say French is weird, because French is a great language, but just the audio.
Digging yourself a hole.
Yeah, I should probably stop there. Sophie, do you want to explain what happened in that cutscene?
Axel got killed by the alien.
Yeah, rip
That's
Axel.
That's literally it.
So it turns out he won't be our BFF, because
Alive.
he's not alive. Yeah.
So.
Look, I never said French is weird, I just said the French audio in this game is a bit weird. I should also say that once you press the button to call the tram, the alien is now active, so if I make too much noise, then the alien will drop. Until that point, he's not active though. And a lot of this run is knowing about when the alien is active and when he isn't active. So in sections where he isn't active, you're free to run around. And we'll like...
5 minutes. Poor Axel.
For 5 minutes. It was more than 5 minutes, it was more like 7 minutes. Yeah. So, on to mission 3 now. So that was mission 2. I should also probably say that when we time runs, we usually use in-game time instead of real time, because of differences in loading times across different hardware. On console it's pretty consistent, but we still use in-game time. So you have to manually remove loads on console, but on PC there's a load remover, so that's convenient. Flare strap for M3? Nah. No, we're not doing the flare strap.
There's a flare strap.
There is a flare strap. It is crazy, and I will probably die if I try it, so we're not doing that.
I want to know what it is. What is it?
Oh, basically, well, I'll show you in a sec, once we get there. So we're gonna go up here. I'm gonna loot a few boxes, and we're gonna avoid getting shot by this woman. Loot you, and hello. Okay, that was a bit slow, but whatever. Okay, so now we're getting the hack tuner, or the access tuner. So this is used for hacking. Sophie, do you want to explain how hacking works in this game?
Well, it's like kind of like a quick time event, isn't it? And you have to,
Yeah, it's like a mini game type thing.
Yeah.
With like, there are 2 different types though. So
There's one with sequences.
I'm maxing
where you have to
sensors.
get-
Nice. I'm gonna cycle around
There's
here
one with
for a bit.
sequences where you have to like get the right sequence, and then there's another one where you have to like, I don't know, you have to like click at the right time.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna hit that override, because when we backtrack here at the end of this mission up the stairs, that door is usually locked and you have to hack that. But if you hit the override, then that means that you don't have to hack that door. Yeah.
Wow.
So back to hacking, you're right. There are 2 different types of hack. The more common one is the one with like a bunch of symbols, and then you have to match the symbols. Gonna grab that blueprint and loot that. We'll loot the rest of the stuff in this room on the way out. So yeah, that kind of hack we're gonna do shortly, because we'll get the upgrade for the access tuner. There's also a different type of hack where you have to time, like, it's hard to explain. It's like there are 3 bars, and each bar moves like one after the other. After you've done the first bar, the second bar will start, and then there'll be like a prompt that moves across the bar, and then you have to like time it at the right spot. You'll see when we get there.
What was the flare strat?
Oh, the flare strat. That was you throw a flare to get those humans to investigate it after you've got the access tuner, and then when you go back upstairs, you just go past them. Basically, like, you just distract the humans and like YOLO past them. So that's the first hack, essentially.
I can see how you would die.
Yes, I would definitely die. Flashlight batteries, not great loot, but that's okay.
Which is your favourite alien movie and why is it Prometheus?
And why is it Prometheus? Well,
Shut
this
up.
interesting question. I'm very glad you asked this.
No.
Yeah, so we're doing another hack here. Also, if you spam
What is your
X,
favourite alien film?
I'll answer that in a second. I'm just going to explain. After you've done a hack, if you spam X, then you can exit the hack quicker, and it saves like half a second or so. So yeah, my favourite alien film.
Mine's Aliens.
I don't know. Like, it's definitely either Alien or Aliens, but like, they're both so good and like in different ways.
Yeah, Aliens more like, you know, horror, and Aliens is more like action.
Action, yeah. They're both classics of like different genres, but like they both have like a lot of good stuff happening.
Scary movie.
A toss up between Alan and Alan's, nice. Anyway, so that was the alien right there. Probably noticed him. That's a lot of scrap there. So yeah, we looted that box. I'm gonna save now because this can go horribly wrong, and if it does, I don't want to have to restart the mission. So doing a safety save.
Charles Dance is alright, yeah. The third movie is not like... It's not amazing, but it's not like...
No, the third movie is trash. They killed Newt and Hicks.
That's true, yeah. And then they backtracked on it in Aliens Colonial Marines.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine, Hicks is alive now.
So we're going to cycle run up these stairs because we don't want to make any noise to alert the humans, and this is for RNG manipulation. So hopefully this lady is close to us right now. Yep, she's moving. That's good. We'll wait here for the aliens to start moving. Good hack pattern. Okay, we should be good. Yep. Okay, cool. That's pretty good. You got good RNG as well with the human placement.
How smart is the alien AI?
Surprisingly smart. Well,
You kind of just proved that wrong.
well, that's because he scripted to kill those 3 humans before you before he comes for you. But yeah, I guess like there are points where you can like manipulate him so he looks like he's really stupid. But in general, when you're playing casually, he's pretty on your case, and he does some surprisingly interesting things. Also, as the game progresses, he unlocks more behaviors on his behavior tree. So like things like looking under tables, he wouldn't normally do that, but like as you progress through the game, he'll do that more and more. And like he adapts to your playstyle as well. So like the more you do a certain type of thing, he'll like check for that more and more. What happens if you fail a hack? You just have to redo the hack. If you fail 3 hacks in a row, then you have to exit out of the hack. So there the camera got locked, so I aimed to remove the camera lock, so then you can like move the camera again.
I would say Alien 3 is mediocre.
Okay, I'll agree with that, sure.
I don't think it's you know, the worst Alien movie.
Yeah, this is the other type of hack, by the way. Oh, this is a great pattern. Kappa. That's pretty slow. That's like... that's the second worst kind of pattern you can get. Gonna loot that box before we come in here. But now we have a gun that we're going to use in this mission. But we're not going to use it just yet. We'll be using it when we backtrack for the way out. Can we have a smart gun or something from the movie? No, we don't get a smart gun here. We will get a shotgun. That's probably like... Actually, no, that isn't the best gun we get. Like, I'd say probably the bolt gun is the most effective. I'm not sure actually. Maybe the shotgun is the best gun you get, because you get more ammo for that anyway. So, yeah. But yeah, we'll get a shotgun later in the game, and like another type of gun as well, and of course the flamethrower, which we talked about in like previously. So now after we exit this vent, we are going to call the elevator. There's going to be a security camera, but hopefully we don't trip it. If we do, it's not too much of a big deal. Okay, we did, but that's okay. It just means we can't loot something. Okay, we'll loot his body. He didn't have anything. Great. He doesn't usually have anything, but that's okay. The loot situation isn't awful. Gonna commit that. Gonna push that button. If you go straight for the button, for the elevator button, then those Joes, they don't get to you because you're too quick for them. But yeah, basically now all the Joes are hostile, and they will try to kill us if we get close to them. Sophie, do you want to explain how the Joes attack you? Like what they do? They're just gonna grab us, right?
Yeah, well, they just sort of grab you and maybe strangle you, maybe smack you around the face, you know.
Yeah, mainly like to start off, they'll
throw you up against the wall. And...
Yeah, so that all happens after they initiate a grab animation. So once they start to grab you, you can interrupt that, and you can use that to stun past Joes. Hello? I definitely hit that. Okay. I'm gonna skip that cutscene. This door can be open, it depends on where Joe is. But I was a bit slow with that cutscene.
That cutscene was all like Samuel's being like, hey, we're in medical, come help.
Yeah, Samuels needs help. Taylor's hurt, so we need to get some medical supplies to fix her up. Gonna use the flashlight here to get this Joe's attention, and now we're gonna stun past this Joe. Gonna shoot him, and then just run past. And he's not gonna get in here, so that's good. So that's what I was talking about with a stun past previously. There are a different type of Joe later in the game. They're called Super Joes. Wait, what?
I hate them.
Yeah,
I hate them so much.
They're really annoying. Also, I activated this earlier, so we can get that charge pack now. But yeah, Super Joes are very annoying. They have like orange coats and
hazmat suits.
Yeah, hazmat suits. And they are not chill. They take more damage. They do more damage to you. I'm gonna cycle around here for a bit, and then we're just gonna run past. Gonna get this Joe's attention. There's also another Joe over there. We're gonna pull him this way by coming around here, so he's not in our way through this doorway. And now we're gonna take the elevator back.
So the alien can get you when you take the elevator back, right?
Yeah, so the alien's active in the area we're gonna get to now. The alien was also active in the previous area we were just in. But he was confined to the vents then, so he can only grab you out of vents, but he couldn't drop, which is like a bit of a weird developer choice, but it sort of makes sense, because it like the developers want you to be aware that the alien's a threat, but they don't want to like put everything like at once at you. Do the Joes have a mother? Well, the Joes have like an AI controlling them. It's called Apollo. He'll become important later. Gonna run in for a bit, and now I'm gonna cycle run. Is there an item here? Some scrap. It's okay. gonna cycle on for a bit until we get to the tram. Cycle running down these stairs is a bit annoying, but that's okay. So yeah, this tram we don't have to call ourselves. Samuel sends it for us. Yeah. Okay, so that was mission 4 done.
Samuel's is chill.
Samuel's is great. Yeah. Like, if anyone doesn't like Samuel's, by the end of the game, they definitely would have liked Samuel's. I'm not gonna give any spoilers just yet about Samuel's. But yeah, he's a chill guy.
I don't really care about Taylor, I've got to be honest.
You see, a lot of people don't care about Taylor, but like, she's one of those characters where like, I don't know, like she's not evil in the way that like some other people in the game are evil. She's just like very career minded, which is why she makes some of the decisions that she does later in the game. But we got another flare, which is good. That is nice. I could make this now, but we're gonna hold off on that. We will need a smoke bomb for a mission coming up soon. Oh, there was an item there. We can get that in mission 8. Okay, I'm gonna loot these now. There's an item spot here. Okay, there's nothing there. And okay, a revolver bullet. So there's a blueprint on the other side of this wall. You can actually grab it through the wall. So that blueprint is for the that's for the version 3 pipe bomb. And the pipe bomb in this game, version 1 and 2 aren't that great, but version 3 is a godsend for this category.
See, I was grabbing it by standing on the paper and
yeah, like that's the way I usually tell people to like do it. I think it does save a bit of time as well, but this way is like a bit easier to like do if you know what you're doing. Because if you don't know the setup, then it's easier to explain like the magazine way, where you do it from the other side of the wall. Because you also know where you're looking for, like for the prompt.
Yeah. So
yeah, I'm just gonna run through here. There's a guy talking to us. He's a doctor. Do you want to talk about Kuhlman for a bit?
Honestly, I don't really know that much about him except for the fact that he's just sort of there and he needs medical supplies and he wants us to go and find the key code.
Yeah, like he says he's not in any fit state, but like he looks okay, doesn't he?
He looks fine. He's just being dramatic.
He just wants us to do all the dirty work.
Literally.
Yeah, risking our lives for him. Okay, we're gonna peek out of that vent, and what that means is that we avoid like a stagger animation for like a second or so. There can be an item there, but there isn't. That one's kind of rare. I guess.
Hope he won't die.
No spoilers. I will make this smoke bomb now, because I'll need one for later, and we'll reload that. So this mission is where a lot of people get stuck casually, because the alien will hunt you relentlessly, and a lot of people will be lost where to go because it's kind of a maze. But because we know where to go, we can actually get ahead of the alien, and it's actually like one of the easiest missions when you're speedrunning.
Yeah. I think it's hard for people first time around because you don't really know where you're going.
Yeah.
Because the hospital rooms can be quite a bit of a maze.
Yeah, exactly. So the alien's gonna come through now. We're just gonna go past him.
The camera will make you look at it.
Yeah, also that.
Just don't run straight into it.
Oh, that's bad. Okay, I messed that up royally. But
you did, didn't you? Wow.
Yeah.
How do you not have that code ingrained into your mind by now?
Well, it is, but you know, accidents happen. I'll just cycle on after we get the key card, and I won't loot any other bodies. So we need to loot that body for a key card, and I'll cycle on now, just to be safe.
Yeah, speedrunning on PS4. Yeah, it's a hard life.
Okay. And we're just going to make our way back to Coolman. That's the doctor. But we're not going to wait for his dialogue. We're just going to go through this event, kill some time, do a bit of looting as well on the side. So yeah, the codes in this game are all like consistent. They're not randomized or anything. Okay, that's empty. At least we can get that 100% struts. So yeah, the first code is 1702. The way the codes work in this game, you need to actually get the code in your inventory first by getting the log where they're stored before you can enter them into wherever it is they go. So the game won't let you enter a code in until you have the code like in your inventory first. And yeah, spoilers, Coolman just died.
Rip.
Rip Coolman.
Didn't even hang around to see it.
Yeah, we're just gonna let him do his thing. Hey Dano, thanks dude. Okay, on to mission 6. So the start of mission 6 happens in the morgue, and this place is really dangerous because the alien is hyperactive here. If you make like even like 2 footsteps next to each other, then he'll be on your case. But at the start you can run for a little bit before the alien gets here. Yeah, and with that beep we now know the alien's in the area. Gonna equip the revolver just cause. We just picked up the stun baton. The stun baton is really good, and we'll use it later in the game. So I'll be saving any stun charges. Stun charges are also like the rarest item in the game, so they're very valuable and well worth picking up. So we need to put those in their place, and then we'll loot that box, make our way over here. I'm not going to do any more cycle running in the morgue because it's dangerous. We'll loot that box. And now the game needs us to use this rewire panel.
Time.
What was that?
It's hospital time.
Yeah.
No fun.
Ufficiale medico superiore.
This part is also pretty difficult when you're playing casually. Okay, I'm going to cycle in from here. Fun fact, this ladder here is the longest ladder in the game.
Why do you know that?
Well, because people have spent time timing it. Look, I didn't time it myself, I just know it.
Doubt.
There's no doubt. Anyway, we're going to peek out of that, and now we're going to cycle on a bit.
Could the co-commentator volume be raised? I doubt that's the volume, I'm just quiet.
So yeah, we're cycle running up here. There's sometimes an item there. Gonna get the Molotov blueprint. Gonna get that code. That code is 2505. Hey, I didn't fail at inputting that code. Okay, save, safety, save. Oh, I haven't mentioned how saves work. I'll do that in a bit after I do the strat. Hello, can we get that? Okay, equip a flare. So, if there's an explosion here, I'm going to trigger that. That forces the alien to drop on the other side of that.
Is that louder or quieter?
So, yeah, I think it's the same, I'm not sure.
Okay.
So, because the alien is dropped there, we can run around here. Through that flare there, to pull some humans there. If we get bad RNG, then the humans are there like now. You can tell by when you get some beeps on the motion tracker. if you get beeps next to that dead body that we just looted something by, then they'll be in the way, but they weren't, so we got good RNG. So yeah, on the way out, there'll be some humans which are attracted to that flare.
Is that better?
Oh, I think that's better.
Right.
I'm gonna save reload now. What that does is it spawns a med kit to our left, so we'll have a free med kit. That's a marathon safe strat, which I wouldn't really do normally, but it will help later. I'm gonna grab this generator. And now we have to do another hack. So I'm gonna do this, but there'll be a Joe coming as well, and this Joe is also hostile.
Well, he's not until you try to do the hack on the thing.
Yep, that's true. He's pretty chill, and then when you, yeah. Then when you touch his computer, then he's like, nope, I'm not having any of that. Okay, now for the escape. This part is kind of Monka-esque. The alien is in the vents at this point, so you can run around, but just don't go under the vents and you'll be okay. It's the humans you have to worry about. So 2 humans are there, and there's usually another human like in the hallway here. Don't see him, so we might be okay. He might be in the room. Okay, it looks like we're good. Some scrap. I've already maxed on scrap. Some more scrap. Wonderful. Turn the volume down, by the way. It's gonna get loud now. Okay, so what happened there was that we triggered a trap that was put in place by the marshals to kill the alien. It didn't exactly work because the alien's alive, but the trap did get set off, and now we have to escape.
This is a Brexit simulator. Yes.
Literally. Oh, God. Okay, let's not go there. Maybe not today.
Hey, listen, I'll always go there.
I know you would, but like, let's just keep it like, you know, chill. That's a pretty controversial topic, so. Yeah. Anyway, we're basically climbing up here. During this part, we're taking some scripted damage because of the smoke that's in this area. We also took some scripted damage earlier in the game in Mission 2. So our health right now, because we haven't healed and because we haven't taken any other damage, it should be at 42%. Roughly. So if I heal, then that will increase it by 50% and bring us up to above 90, which is pretty good. But we're not going to do that just yet. There is a strat for when to heal, which we'll get to later.
On the brink of death.
It's a bit late by that point. Yeah. So yeah, coming up now is Mission 7, which is one of the most run-killing missions in the game. It's also very spicy. Well, it can get very spicy. Ooh, no CJ, nice. But we have some safe strats for it. If you want to do the really fast strats, that's when it gets pretty scary. But yeah, we're just going to play it safe. Not going to do any of that. We might do a bit of spicy stuff, but we'll see.
Don't say the B word.
Yeah, just don't say it.
It's too late. People are already talking about it in the chat.
No. Okay, no more B word talk. Okay, so...
Brexit.
No, you're not supposed to say that word.
At this point it's either Bethesda or Brexit, yeah. Either one works.
I mean... You're not wrong. So yeah, there are a few loot spots there. There's a loot spot in there as well. There's another pretty consistent loot spot coming up here, which is not very consistent in this run apparently. But we got a few loot spots earlier, so that's okay. So what's going to happen once we exit this vent is the camera is going to lock onto an elevator. So I'm going to aim to cancel the camera lock. I'm going to cycle run here past these humans. Hopefully they don't notice me. If they do notice me, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. I think they did notice me.
Just don't get shot.
Yeah, that was a bit awkward, but that's okay. I'm gonna run from this point. Ah, okay, cool. So because they didn't notice me, the alien comes and kills those three. If they do notice you, then you have to deal with them later. So now we're gonna walk up this wall,
Oh no.
and we're gonna grab this this hack.
It's the hack that takes me forever to do.
I definitely messed that up. So this hack is actually a version 2 hack, so we shouldn't really be able to do it until we get the upgrade, which we're going to do now. But because we're grabbing it out of range, we can do it without the upgrade. And yeah, it's also like on the top floor, so it's...
I'm glad they turned the mic up to rile up the Brits. Do you mean me? I am a Brit.
Sorry, I had to mute my mic for a sec.
I'm riling up myself.
Running up. We're gonna kill this Joe. Gonna fire some shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then we can hit him a few times, and that will kill him. So this Joe is meant to open the door that is locked over here, but if you loot him, you get a key card and you can just get in here. There's also an there's an SCJ injector on that shelf, so you can grab that before lowering the shelves. Beware the electricity; it will kill you. There's also a blasting cap here, which I'm going to pick up. Okay, and now we're going to play this safe. I'm not going to do anything spicy. Once you grab the compression cylinder, the alien becomes active again. Because right now he was inactive after I did the hack. I'm going to grab that blasting cap. Now we're going to cycle on the way out. And it's going to get painful.
It's always painful.
Sorry, give me a second. 1 second. And there can be an item over here that's scrapped, so that's fine. We'll just ignore that. There's a charge pack on the floor, I'll pick that up while we're waiting. Okay, this elevator's gonna open, and we're almost at the end of mission 7. What's there to say? We can reload the revolver. Oh, do you want to talk about how annoying it is to reload the revolver?
Yeah, because sometimes it puts like 2 of the bullets in and then not. Yeah, you have to hold it down to reload the whole thing and then press it once to reload 1 bullet, and it's
yeah,
just
even
really
when you're
annoying.
holding it down, like it sometimes just doesn't like reload fully.
No, sometimes it
It's
just
just-
puts like 3 bullets in and then stops for no reason.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, cool.
Warning agent. It's okay. So there are some humans there. Normally they'd shoot you, but if you get to the ladder quickly, then they're a bit broken and they don't care about you. Feels bad, man.
Should I?
They're just like, okay, you can go. See ya.
No one cares about us.
Okay, I said that we are going to heal at a set point, and that point is coming up. Once we open a door, well, the next door, we're going to heal then, because it takes a while for the door to actually like get all the way. So open, and now I'm going to heal. and that doesn't waste any time. So we're good.
Because the doors take fucking forever anyway in this game.
Yeah, on console, what am I doing? I have forgotten how to hack. Hello? Where is this hack dude? I've just completely forgotten how to hack. It's kind of depressing, but oh well.
Do you not remember that time that I did that whole mission and then forgot to pick up the upgrade from the security tuner so I couldn't get out?
I do remember this. That was kind of tragic, not gonna lie.
It was, because it took me so long to get that prompt.
Yeah. Aww.
Sad times.
So here we're going to call the elevator before we can, before we do this. So normally the game wants you to pull this brace off before you can call the elevator, but if you look down at the right point, then you can call the elevator first. Cheers, Jazza. Okay, for this next part, we're going to do like a low % all missions hybrid. So we are going to get a Joe that comes into this room. We're going to get him stuck, and we're going to kill a human to do that. So I'll try and explain it while we go. Going to run over here, pull this lever, a human's going to enter the room. Going to run over here to grab that guy's attention. He's going to follow us. Going to wait a few seconds before activating this. The human is going to come down the stairs. And we're going to kill him with the maintenance jack. This is a bit early actually. I should have waited a bit longer. That's okay. Just I can run a bit earlier. Okay, second one there. The Joe is making his way there. He's going to look at the human. We are going to do this console. That's the last thing we need to do in this room. Okay, now the Joe is stuck, and now we're going to do a plant clip. So this is the thing I was describing in mission 2. Hopefully it works. Okay, this is really difficult, so this might take a few tries because of the input rate and the frame rate on console. Okay, we got a second try. It's pretty good actually. So you can actually clip through without having to do cut off that brace, because normally you'd have to go into a room on the left and then get the plasma torch and then cut off the panel, and then the game will let you enter the vent, but you can actually do that instead.
I thought it was the gas torch that was in the other room.
Well, this is true.
Need that
but,
at
like,
all.
it is the gas torch, it's not the plasma torch. The plasma torch is like later, and then the ion torch is, I think, the upgrade of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to call this tram, and then we're going to fire a shot, because some humans are going to... they would come down the stairs, but by firing that shot, the humans get frozen upstairs, so they just don't come down. Normally, in casual play, you'd have to... you would have to enter a locker to avoid them. Okay, I was just checking a few loot spots, but there's nothing there, so that's okay. And tram should be coming any second. So we don't have an ethanol, which is kind of bad, but that's okay. Well, I mean, I say it's kind of bad, but it's okay, but like, it's okay. We should get an ethanol sometime soon. It's yeah, it's not a big deal, because we don't need a pipe bomb for another few missions. Yeah, mission 9 is coming up,
Oh god.
which is, I mean, it's good when you're playing casually, like for the first time. Not so great when you're speedrunning. So like, if anyone wants to take a break or anything, then like feel free to like grab a snack or like a drink. Does the game just assume you have the item now that you skipped and locked the panel? No, the game doesn't do that. So the game still thinks that we don't have a gas torch, but that's okay, because we don't need a gas torch for another, like, for a while.
You pick up the plasma torch in...
Yeah, we do pick up the plasma torch later, and that's fine. We get the plasma torch then. That's in mission 10, which is coming up after this mission. I could do some looting now, but I will do that in mission 10 instead. There are a few item spots here. I'll loot this box though, because it's convenient to loot it now rather than later. So running in this direction. And now we're going to go talk to Waits.
Come sta, Taylor?
Stabile. Tornerà in forze molto presto.
Let's loot this box. It hasn't got anything. That's okay. See if there are any items there. There aren't. So you need to stay behind this puzzle piece. Otherwise, Waits' dialogue stops. But after that, we'll have to hit that button to talk to Marlowe. So I'm just going to wait here for a bit. And objective updates. Going to talk to Marlowe. Let's have a look for some loot. I didn't really see anything. There is something here. It's scrap. Why is there so much scrap?
Sono qui per motivi personali. Mia madre era sul Nostromo quando è sparito 15 anni.
They don't want to give you useful things.
Yeah, it's true. There was so much scrap in like the last mission, I think. Or was it mission 6? No, it was mission 6 where there was loads of scrap. Why did you make that Joe stuck there? Ah, okay. So that's a good question. So you don't have to get the Joe stuck there. For the plant clip to work, you can do it where the Joe is still on your tail. But the reason I did it was because the plant clip can take a few tries, and to give myself some time to be able to get it like consistently, it's better to get the Joe stuck instead of having to deal with that by like killing it or getting it stunned before going for the plant clip, because then that just puts more pressure on it. So it's basically just giving me more leeway for the plant clip. So, what's happening now, Sophie? Where are we? Who are we playing as?
We're on LV426.
Yep.
With Marlowe, the people who essentially brought the alien to Sebastopol.
Yeah, exactly. So we're playing as Marlowe right now, and this is like
they find the derelict.
Yeah, they found the derelict in this flashback sequence. We're just going to explore the planet, or planetoid rather. That's what it's technically called in this universe. Oh, by the way, this thing is useless. This doesn't show you anything.
Yeah, I always wondered what the point for that was. Like, it doesn't work.
It actually doesn't do anything. It's yeah, there's no reason to have that in the game. It's just like a replacement for the motion tracker, but it doesn't work. The motion tracker does work. So if you're playing this game casually, the motion tracker is really useful because there is a bar at the edge of it, and that bar will tell you where to go for like completing the objective that you have. It will guide you basically, even if you don't have a map. So on nightmare mode, that's really useful. It's also more useful than the map in a lot of situations, because the map can sometimes lie to you. But the motion tracker can lie in some points, but usually it's quite reliable. This thing, however, this is completely useless. It just doesn't show you anything. Like, what are these? What are these arrows? What are these all about? Anyway.
So I thought, I looked at that the first time round, like the first time I played it, and I was like, how is this helping me at all?
Yeah, it's just not. So yeah, we need to like walk up to this. Well, we don't need to walk it, but you need to see this strange rock, and then that will trigger some dialogue. Now we need to look here to trigger heist to get into position to boost us up. That's heist over there. And here we go.
I don't think this mission is so bad once you actually get into the derelict. I think it's like this bit.
I don't know, I feel like the derelict part is worse.
Yeah, but I mean like when you're going down the thingy.
I mean, I guess, because like...
below.
Yeah. I mean, that part you can just like take your hands off the controller and just like do whatever you want for like for a minute.
I just don't feel like this whole bit of wandering around the planet was really necessary.
I mean, it's cool for a casual playthrough. It's very atmospheric, of course, and yeah. It could have been cut out, though. I agree. It's not essential to the game or for the experience. So eventually we're going to get to a point and we're going to plant a bomb and we're going to get that to explode any second now. Going to get there. There we go, that's where we're going to plant the bomb. So the game's telling us to move back at this point because obviously we don't want to blow ourselves up. I say obviously. Oh, also, like with that explosion, the rock effects, like the mini rocks, which like the mini rocks, like they can go anywhere. Like I've had some like go up there. It's pretty funny when that happens. And now we're waiting for Heist again to boost us up. Exhilarating gameplay, guys. Aren't you guys just pumped?
I just feel like this whole bit just was not necessary at all.
Yeah, it could have been cut out, I guess.
I personally like seeing the inside of the derelict, but I don't know.
Yeah, the inside is pretty cool. It's
just takes too
there we
long.
go. That's the derelict.
Like it looks good.
Yeah.
But,
So now we're going to get into the second half of mission 9. There is a strat here at the beginning. You can get ahead of the side characters because the game spawns you behind one of them, and you can actually get.
it's a race.
Yeah, it's a race. There we go. So we got ahead of one of them, and now
Yeah,
if we
I think
stay
we
to
need
the
a
left-
skip option too.
I mean, yeah. It does drag on for a bit long, but the next mission is more exciting by a lot. We're doing a lot in the
Yeah.
next mission. There's a lot to explain as well, so we'll get there. You could have jazzed up the story a bit and lied about doing cool things. I mean, that's true. That would have made it more interesting, I guess. Yes, the flamethrower. We do get the flamethrower in the next mission, right at the start. If everything goes to plan, I won't need to use it at all in the next mission though, and I'll show you why that is when we get there. Basically, we're going to be dealing with the alien by not dealing with the alien. In a nutshell.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Do you want to explain it when we get there?
Well, it's the bit where you go and lock the... You go and shut down the door to the lobby, and then you go through into the room that explodes.
Exactly, yeah.
And the game thinks that the door is still locked, so the alien is trapped in the vents and can't jump down.
This is probably
basically.
sounding like gibberish right now, but it will make sense when we see it.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to explain it well.
Yeah. But you did a good job. That is basically what's happening. Yeah, anyway, we're inside the derelict now, like truly. As you can see, it's very it's very faithful to the original, I'd say. Like, it looks very much like how you saw this place in the original Alien movie. And that that like, well, that thing, it has the you know where the facehugger like emerged from that? Yeah, it's got like a hole in it where the facehugger would have been. I didn't explain that well, but anyway.
You tried.
I tried. And failed, but oh well. Anyway, here we're going to do some manipulation for this guy. We need him to boost us up, but his movement can be a bit slow. So to speed him up, we're going to be to his left. and this is going to guide him towards the door. When I said to his left, I meant to his right.
You meant his right,
yeah.
I was just thinking that.
Yes, I can English very well. So yeah, anyway, we are going to see a lot of blue lights in a sec. It's going to be quite cool. There's quite cool like fog mechanics here as well. I think it's quite cool. Yeah, I meant to his right. I messed up.
Our left.
Yes, our left. You see the light at the end of the tunnel? What is this?
What?
And these are the blue lights I was talking about.
I like how he doesn't really know what to do with it. So
Yeah, he just like touches
it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, guess.
Yeah, that works, I guess. So that thing was a beacon, and it was transmitting a signal. And what we just did right now is we stopped broadcast, so the signal is no longer being transmitted. And that signal is what
The same signal.
Yeah, it's the same signal that brought Marlowe here, and what brought the crew of the Nostromo here in the original Alien movie. And in Aliens as well, they said that they hadn't found any signal, right? So that would be like an explanation why. Well, this could like explain the canon, I guess. Okay, we're gonna climb up here. This does pick up in like a minute or so. I promise you. The walking around will end very soon. We're almost at mission 10. If you're interested in speedrunning this, then I definitely recommend checking out the page on speedrun.com, and also like joining the AI Discord as well. Need to leave, no worries, Psycho. Cheers, mate. Hope you have a good day. So yeah, as you can see here, there are a bunch of eggs, and yeah, that's good news, right?
It's great news.
Yeah, fantastic news.
Presumably, like the purple sort of layer around them is like a kind of like a motion sensor, maybe, to activate the eggs.
I mean, the eggs activate
like,
by
oh
themselves.
Oh shit, there's people here.
So, do you want to explain what happened in that cutscene?
What's her name? Foster?
Yeah, Foster.
Marlowe's wife got face-hugged, and then they brought her to Sevastopol to help her out, and that's how...
That's how we got an alien on the station.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's patient 0.
We actually saw her body in Mission 6, next to the trauma kit that we picked up.
Yeah, and there's a recording you can pick up as well.
Yep. So we're just loading into mission 10. I'm going to do some looting to start off this mission. I go into this room.
But the wife survived, right? Sure.
Flashlight batteries, don't need that. I'm going to loot this box, and that's all the looting in this area. Actually, that's a lie. We're going to loot the flamethrower and everything in this room. The beautiful flamethrower. Arguably the best gun in the game. Yeah, exactly, in the medical area. So we're going to loot these boxes, and there are a few other spots we can loot. There's a spot there. There's a charge pack there, but we're max on charge packs. Oh, also you can put the flamethrower through Waits' head, and he doesn't seem to mind.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? So we are going to do some more looting, but first we're going to call the tram, and then we're going to come back here and loot, and that's a bit quicker than looting all this first and then waiting for the tram. So here we go, this tram. I'm gonna go here, there's an item spot there, but there's nothing there. That's okay. Loot this box. Nothing, I don't think. There's a compound B there, so we'll get that on the way to another box.
Wildfire.
Yeah,
I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
sure thing,
Okay.
no worries.
I need to go get lunch.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna loot 2 more boxes. There's one here. Oh, hey Docky, how you doing? And there's one more box over here. So this next strat is actually found by Darkstar12 himself. He's in the chat right now. So what we're going to do is we are going to activate a door override. If you remember in Mission 3 we did that so that we don't have to hack a door on the way out. Here it's a similar concept. By doing the override, that sort of breaks the door, so that when we trigger something else, that door that normally would be locked, it's opened, so we can get out of an area that we're not supposed to get out of until we do something else. It will make more sense when I show you. So in this area, the alien is now active. After I get to the stairs, I'm going to run to the stairs, and then from that point the alien will be active. Just got the flamethrower out, just in case. And cycle on now. That beep means the alien's here. I'm going to get through this door. I'm going to activate this override. That's going to break that door. Now we're going to trigger an explosion, turn the volume down if you want. That was a bit of a late warning, but whatever, sorry about that.
Hiya!
Hi, Sophie, do you want to explain this next bit?
Oh, we're at the thing. Yeah. So when I said that's if you lock the door to the lobby and then run into the exploding room, it kind of traps the alien in the vents.
Yeah, so basically what happened there is we triggered an explosion, and the game wants us to do a fire suppression system. Like, it wants us to turn the water on to like suppress the fire, but we can instead exit that area. And while the game thinks that we're supposed to do the fire suppression system, the alien is inactive, so the alien is confined to the vents at this point. That means that we're free to go around this area without having to deal with the alien at all. It can still grab you from vents, but once the Joe that got spawned in, once we killed, so when we triggered that explosion, a Joe spawned in, but when that Joe dies, because it's on fire, so it's taking damage, and it will also like take some damage from some humans, which we just passed. Once it dies, then the alien is actually gone from the area, so he's not even in the vents at that point. So yeah, we can just run around here, make as much noise as we want, hit doors, hit ceiling. Alien doesn't really care. But the alien isn't gone forever, so he will be back very shortly. It's always dark here, by the way, for some reason. Also, I saw it.
Yeah, I don't know why they do that. It's weird.
Yeah, on PC, it's not even dark here. I think Vandarin knows. He explained it once. We're gonna equip the flare because we're gonna do another plant clip. Grab that bonding agent. Okay, we're gonna go to the middle of that door, move to the left until we can't move any further. Aim around there, plant that, and then grab that, and that teleports us to the other side. Bandron doesn't know. I swear you explained it, like in the stream before. Anyway, the alien is active again now. Like, he teleports to the server farm once we get here. So, now we have to be careful. And, okay, wait, one sec. I am messing this hack up. I'll take it a bit slow. There we go. Hey, Warren, how you doing? The UC2 run went pretty well. Thanks, dude. How's work going? That was a pretty good hack pattern, actually. The symbols were pretty close together. So at this point, you're free to run around because the alien is he's scripted to be in the vents until a certain point where he'll drop. So I'm gonna loot a few things. Loot this guy's body and see if there's an item there. Gonna do that emergency override. Now we're going to cycle on here. The alien will now drop in that room, but we're going to wait over here. I've already healed, so I should be at above 90% health. I still don't have any ethanol, which isn't the best. That's okay, I guess. I'll put a compound B there, another compound B there. If I had the blueprint for a noisemaker, I'd put a charge pack into that as well, but I don't have that because I did the plant clip. You skip getting the noisemaker V1, I think. It might be V2. Okay, at this point we can run. I'm gonna cycle around here to be safe. You can hear the alien in the vents above. Okay, I'm gonna play this safe as well. There are some humans here and they can kill us. Okay, that's good RNG if you want to take this safe. I'm gonna run over here, it's fine. Can we grab the sensor? Oh, we can, nice. Gonna cycle on from this point. And then once we get into the elevator, I'm just gonna push the button and now we're gonna get to Gemini. Now we're going to go into the second part of Mission 10. The first part was all of that in Lorenz, and then there's a third part as well. But yeah, this next part we're also going to not really deal with the alien. And I'll show you how, because we're going to skip most of Gemini.
Oh yeah, are you going to do a plant clip or
a no. So you could do a plant clip, but I'm going to do a different method to show off a different glitch. I think I have enough flares to do a plant clip, but it's better to show off more ways the game is broken. We can run here at the start, but once we pass this door we have to cycle on for a bit. So we're going to cycle on here, and once we get through this door we can run again. For some reason the alien won't drop once we get through that part. Sorry, 1 second.
Okay, why can't you just disappear like that?
Okay, the camera turned on so the alien would drop. Okay, cool. He just didn't stop and Ripley put away the flamethrower for some reason. It's great.
God's sake.
Oh, actually there's ethanol there. I get that. It's actually a good thing that I died then, in that case. Because I wouldn't have seen that ethanol otherwise, and that could be useful later. Actually, it definitely will be useful. But yeah, as you can see, the alien is very angry, and he will come after you.
He's really persistent as well, so it's like...
So yeah, I'll wait for this camera to go by. Just play it safe. This camera is a mega troll. It will be like way away from you, and it will still like catch you. Anyway, so we got the plasma torch, and now we're gonna head back to the start. The cycle running in this pot is a bit awkward because the ceilings are pretty low, so it force crouches you, and then you can't get back up at certain points. So I pressed X to activate that, but I also pressed peek, and what that does is it breaks the camera. So now the camera is broken, so we can peek through that door and grab this prompt. And this is the end of the mission. Well, not the mission. This is the end of this area. So we're going to take the elevator. Am I dead? I am dead. I never die there. That's very interesting. I always run there and he never drops. Game is mega trolling me.
The game hates you.
Yeah, it actually does. Oh, I forgot that. Okay. I actually want that ethanol, so I'm going to reload. Yeah, that's kind of annoying, but whatever. Yeah.
Sono arrivata, Wade.
Ok, devi attivare tutta la struttura. C'è un montacarichi su cui salire, ma è fuori uso da quando la Sixon ha tagliato i fondi alla Gemini.
It's fine.
La Sixon ha
I
provato
think
a
it's really
vendere
that
la
big of a deal, to be
insieme a
fair.
Sebastopol. Non ha abboccato nessuno, ma vuol dire che la sicurezza è ancora attiva.
Ok, basta parlare, Wade.
Yeah, it's just a little bit annoying. Nice joke, Bandy. So yeah, in case you didn't know, Alien Isolation recently got ported to Switch.
Really?
So we do have a few Switch runners. The port isn't that great, to be honest.
What's the
for,
time, like 9 hours?
No, the times are actually like pretty respectable for console runs. But yeah, if you're gonna run this game, you should probably go for the PC version. How long are the loads? They're pretty long. So the loads on PS4 are like in general like 25 seconds on average, a bit longer than that. On Switch they're like 35 seconds. So yeah, significantly longer. Anyway, we're out of Gemini finally. It took enough time, I guess. So yeah, we're going to be in KG 348, and this part is very interesting because we have a trick to get rid of the alien. It's kind of similar to what we did in Lorenz, but it's a bit different. So we're going to make some noise.
It kind of gets rid of like most of the external sound.
Yeah.
So like talking, doors opening and closing. Things
Exactly.
Like
So we're going to get the alien's attention. He's going to grab us, but we're going to jump out of the vent while he's in the animation to kill us. And so the game thinks we're dead right now. So basically all the audio except for sound effects is gone. What that means is the alien stops chasing us and we can run around without having to worry about it.
I didn't even know about this until you showed me.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff
Pretty
that's like
sad about it.
that's broken in this game. Oh, Sophie, do you want to say hi to Hutch T? He's asking who you are.
Hi, HT. How's it going?
Yeah, Sophie's another streamer who plays AI a lot, also on PS4. So we have a few objectives to do in this part of the game. We need to do a hack. Well, first we're going to pull a lever, then we're going to do a hack, and then we're going to try and make our way out, but we're going to get a surprise once we find ourselves at the entrance to this area.
No spoilers.
No spoilers. So yeah, pulling this lever, gonna go into this room in the middle. So that lever unlocked the doors to this room. Now we're gonna do this hack. If we can find the hack, there we go. Okay, cool. And now we're gonna make our way out. Or are we? Oh no, the door's closing on us.
Oh no, how completely unpredictable.
So yeah, basically, Waits, who is the head of the Marshal Bureau, he basically trapped us in here with the alien, and he ejected us into space.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, he's a very nice guy. Very sympathetic character. So yeah, basically now the plan is to get out of here and back onto the station.
But, you know, you don't have the alien bothering you.
This is true. So that's the that's going to depressurize the airlock, and now we're going to go and loot some stuff. I'm going to equip that. I'm going to loot these boxes. The reason I equipped the stun baton is because I didn't want to reload anything accidentally. Because you press square, which is the button to reload. And there's a strat which involves the flamethrower, and not reloading that. I'll explain that in a second. Once we trigger
Magnus,
this.
I saw you in Wild's chat. It is better to say hello here.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not looking at like my stream chat. I'm just looking at the shots fired chat. Oh, hey Steve. So yeah, there's the alien. He's gone now.
Randomly appears.
And mission 10 is done. Okay, going into mission 11 now. I'll explain what I meant with the flamethrower. So, if you use the flamethrower and then you reload it, then the extra ammo which you had, which you didn't put into it, that will get lost, because in mission 13 we have to give up all of our weapons, and along with that we lose all the ammo that we have loaded into them. So if you like say you start off with 500 flamethrower fuel, if you have like 200 extra and then you use like, let's say 150, and then you reload it, then you'll have 500 in it like after you've reloaded, and then 50 extra. But after you lose the flamethrower, the 50 extra that you have, you'll keep that, but then you'll lose the 500 that you have loaded in it. If you hadn't reloaded, then you lose the 350 that you used, but you keep the 200. So this is like thinking ahead for later. It helps to have more flamethrower fuel. So yeah, basically TLDR, just don't reload the flamethrower until after you get it back. In the you what?
What?
Sorry, did you say something?
Yeah, I was just echoing what you said.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
different
so
with like the shotgun and stuff. You get that shit back.
no, it's the same with the shotgun and revolver as well.
Yeah, but don't you usually get them back with full
You do
ammo?
get some extra ammo back, yeah. Okay, we've got 2 Joes here. This is kind of bad RNG, but that's fine. We'll just shoot them to... and then we'll get in the elevator. And then, oh, is one of them going to get into the elevator? Okay, cool, we're fine. So because the alien is gone now, we're free to run around, and we don't have the threat of the alien looming over our heads. Now we have to deal with a lot of Joes and a few humans as well. So if I ever cycle run, it will be to like keep out the attention of some of the Joes coming up. But most of this mission will be running around. I'll loot this. And there's a loot spot there, but there's nothing. That's okay. This part is a little bit confusing when you're playing casually. Basically what you have to do is you have to get up to that gate, and then that activates the objective, and then you can activate that droid. And you need that droid active because it comes over here with you, and it opens this door, which we have to go through. And now we're going to go into another vent over here. So I'm going to get the flamethrower out because we're going to use that in a bit. I'm also going to save here because this next part can be a bit... Yeah, the next part can be a bit dodgy. So it depends on if a human spawns in. It normally doesn't spawn in, but he can spawn in, and if he does, then it's it can get a bit scary. So yeah, we're gonna go this way. I'll loot this box as well because it's in the way, and I'll save here.
Ottimo.
Okay, now we have to go through this vent. Make sure the flamethrower's out. So do you want to explain what's happening now, Sophie, with all the androids and everything?
Well, basically they're just sort of killing people.
Yep.
On site.
Yeah.
Because, well, it's Apollo, like their mother, whatever you want to call it, is raised the alert status.
Yeah. So basically the androids are all like going around killing people, and we have to survive.
Bit mean.
So yeah, we're gonna make some noise here. I hit that door a few times. That's gonna attract a human. Any second now. Okay, I'm gonna stun him with that, and now we're gonna run through. Okay, I had to interrupt to grab there. It's fine. I had to play that bit safe because I didn't know if he was gonna go for the human or for me, because he was like going back and forth. Yeah, I'll put the revolver to this next part.
I do have Twitch.
I'm gonna run past that Joe. Sophie, can you speak up? Sorry, can't really hear you.
They were just asking if I have Twitch or if I can stream on Twitch.
Oh yeah, Sophie's a Twitch streamer as well. Please go follow her.
I might fall back again.
So hopefully we don't get that extra human spawning in here. I'm gonna check the motion tracker to see if he's about. Okay, it looks like he didn't spawn.
Oh shit. Sorry.
Now we're gonna go through here. There's gonna be a Joe on the other side of this door, but we're just gonna run past him. There he is. Hi, bye. Yeah, I'm just gonna come over here, and then we're gonna go through another vent.
Is my mic volume alright? Is that alright?
It should be okay now, I think.
Cool.
So
I just don't talk that loud.
yeah, it's fine. Like, don't worry about it. So yeah, now we're back at the Marshal Bureau. I'm gonna do a strat I normally don't do. So we're gonna do some backtracking, and that way some Joes won't spawn in. So after we trigger the dialogue with Ricardo, we are going all the way back, and then we're going to go to the tram station.
Non sono qui.
Gonna be aware of this Joe.
Ok.
So the Joes that stay on the ground. Wait, are we going this way?
Riccardo, se vado a
They can
cercare
insta-kill
Samuels,
you,
puoi
can't they?
restare qui.
No, it's not
Mi
this way.
servono
I'm
occhi
actually
e
confusing
orecchie.
myself.
You're a god.
Riccardo, ho bisogno che tu lo faccia. Puoi presidiare la stazione e coprirmi. Riccardo,
Professional speedrunner, guys.
resta qui.
I thought the
Yeah.
Joes on the ground could insta-kill you.
Guida,
Well,
tornerò a prenderti.
they can, but like they, where am I going with this? They're only active if you're not looking at them. So if you like keep your
Yeah.
eyes on them, while you go around them, then they
You'll
won't.
be fine.
Yeah, they won't grab you. They're basically jump scare Joes. Like they only like get you like if you're not looking at them.
Is this really quicker going all the way around?
Well, you have to wait for Ricardo for quite a while. I did time it. It works out that from the time you start talking to Ricardo, it saves about 3 seconds to not do the backtrack. But that's only if you get like good RNG with the Joes, and if you have like perfect Psycho running as well. So that 3 seconds is a bit of a wash. So
I don't speedrun. I don't hate myself enough. I want to
so
enjoy games.
Sophie doesn't speedrun, but she does play a lot of Alien on stream.
I'll do like speedrun strats, but like not a full speedrun because I do not have the motivation for that. Like I
Yeah.
want to not hate Alien Isolation, you know.
That's fair enough. I'll put this compound B in here, and I will keep everything else where it is. It should be okay. So that's the end of mission 11. We're going into mission 12 now. Wild will convert you one day.
I don't
We'll
know
see.
about that.
We'll see what happens. Feeling personally attacked.
It's like if you do a speedrun, I'll watch it, and I like the idea of it, but I don't know. I just don't think I have the patience.
That is fair enough. Yeah. This is a pretty long speedrun as well, so like
Yeah.
it's it can get quite draining, and it's like a bit of a huge time commitment as well, so it's understandable. This game has a lot of DLCs though, and they're like really good speedrun also. Do you want to talk about DLCs as well, Sophie?
Well, there's the crew expendable one.
Riccardo,
Two of
devi
them,
concentrarti.
right?
Sei tu.
Yeah, there's Crew Expendable and I
Last
think Last
Survivor.
Survivor. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Where you can play as like a member of the
Se
Nostromo.
Samuels riuscirà a comunicare con Apollo, gli androidi.
And then there's the like challenge-based ones, which
Yeah.
are timed, and you have to do. How long are the DLC speedruns? Probably not that long, to be fair.
Yeah, they're only like, well, each like level itself is only like a few minutes long.
Right.
There are two which are longer, where you have to do 10 separate
Yeah.
tasks. I think those are Safe Haven and Lost Contact. Those are pretty big maps, and they're pretty fun as well. But those are longer speedruns. Here we need to get a code from this terminal, and then we're going to exit out ASAP. And I'm going to go through this door once we enter the code in. The alien in the DLCs also behaves a bit differently. He's more aggressive than in the main game, because obviously the DLCs are shorter, so they want to put more action into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he
Also,
does
the
some...
DLCs aren't designed to be canon either. I think they're just like.
Yeah, they're just like side missions-ish.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Sure thing, Magnus. Cheers, mate. Have a good day. Yeah, the DLCs also have like optional missions as well, that you have to do for like 100% completion. It's like finding like a set number of stuff, or like doing certain tasks, like doing a hack in a certain place to like activate something. Oh, I think I got this. So if you move the camera while you press X for that prompt, you can break the camera, and then that lets you climb into this vent early. That's a little time save. We're going to use the flamethrower again to kill a ground Joe after this vent opens. This one takes its time.
After this vent opens.
Riccardo, sono qui.
I'll save here. I wouldn't normally, but just for safety. Okay, so in this area we have to turn off 3 generators because there's an electrified door, and we need to like turn the electricity off. So that's number 1. Number 2 is here.
Do you not do the one by the door first?
No, because you can cycle on past this Joe and he doesn't see you. So I'm going to cycle on now. That Joe spawns in. You can do this one first, and then do those 2. But yeah, it's a bit slower. But yeah, that is a safer alternative. If you're doing NMG as well, the cycle running isn't allowed. That's a pretty safe strat. Yeah, so
wow.
I'm doing no CC right now, but NMG is like it's as close as glitchless as we can get in this game. And in NMG, you're not allowed to do any plant clips or cycle running, like any other like clips.
You just have to actually play the game.
Yeah, I know, shocking, right?
Who does that?
NMG speedruns are pretty cool though. They can get quite intense, especially
How
in
long
like,
are they usually?
It's the NMG world record for PC is actually very close to the no CC world record. So it's within 10 minutes. So with like a lot of YOLO strats, you can get a pretty quick time. I need to concentrate here. So we're gonna go up to that line. Gonna kill this Joe. This is bad. It's okay. Okay, loot you. Gonna come around here. So to pull the Joes over there. Now we're gonna go through this door. So that Joe has the key card for this door. It's always that Joe. So once you activate him and you kill him, you can loot him for that key card. Otherwise, you have to deal with like all of the Joes. What's the no CC category? I explained this at the start, but CC stands for crouch clipping, and that's a technique that allows you to go through doors. But it's only possible on PC. So basically, this is any percent for console. Is the best I can describe it. So anything goes on console, and we're playing on Nightmare. Okay, we're gonna go through here. So normally to save time, you'd tank some damage from a few of these vents, but I'm gonna play it safe and make sure that I don't take any damage. Yeah, so on PC, if you're doing any percent with crouch clipping, that takes roughly like 25 minutes, a bit less, to get like from the start to the end of the game, because you skip from mission 2 to mission 18, which is like it's just a very big skip. You can also do what's called CC FPS. So if you manipulate the frame rate using third-party software like Bandicam, you can set the game to like 7 or 8 FPS, and then that makes clips a lot easier. So you can do a few clips which aren't possible in in CC only, and the world record for that is like under 10 minutes now. Okay, so now we're making our way to where Samuels is. He's waiting for us over there in this area here. I'm gonna save just cause.
Are you going to be doing the range stun glitch at any point?
I will in mission 17.
Hype.
Yeah, I will explain that then. So you can just cycle around through this area. Those two cameras, they're okay, like they won't get triggered even if you go through them. This one's a bit more difficult, so I'm just going to wait for it to go by. Because if you trigger the cameras, then the Joes will get activated. Okay, time to go. That Samuel's over there. I was checking for an item spawn over there, but there wasn't one. That's okay.
Ascoltami, userò la sala riformattazione. È l'unica opzione. Ho dovuto deviare la corrente dell'area per poterci provare.
Samuels, è troppo
Hi
pericoloso.
Samuels.
Sì, davvero troppo. In bocca al lupo.
You can swing at him and it doesn't do anything. So here we have like a bit of downtime, so normally this is like a good place for a bathroom break, but I'm okay, so yeah, it's one of the spots where you can like take a bit of a break. There's also another spot in mission 15 where that's optimal as well, where you don't lose time. So what do we have here? Good time to read donations. It would be cool if we could get donations in like a future Shots Fired. I think that would be pretty cool. Just making sure everything is set up. I'm gonna keep the loot how it is right now. I'm not gonna commit anything. We'll see how it goes later. So now we have to deactivate some of the generators in this room, and conveniently we have to do them in an order, but that order is like going around the room, like one by one, like in order. So there isn't too much thinking involved in this. Yeah, it's always the same.
Altri due Ripley. Cerca un pannello aperto sul pavimento. Dovrebbe esserci un androide disattivato vicino.
And this is the last one.
Ripley.
So Samuels isn't feeling too great right now, is he, Sophie? No, it's kind of sad to watch actually.
He's cool. Why?
Samuels,
It's so mean.
stai morendo.
Parli come se io avessi mai avuto una vita. Ti ringrazio.
Samuels.
La navetta di Apollo è aperta. Appena arriverai al centro, ti parlerà.
L'hai fatto per me.
I feel like there should be violin music playing.
There should be, yeah. So yeah, Samuels is dead now. Rip Samuels. F. I cry. Should I save? I might as well.
Se sei lì, rispondi.
Yeah, I'll save here.
Why though?
Because
Sono qui, scusa.
Samuels è morto.
He's not just a robot.
Ha
no,
aperto la
Samuels
Shut
was
up.
a good man.
Vado subito lì, farò disattivare
You
l'isolamento
chill.
ad Apollo.
Okay, we're gonna run all the way out. Ooh, we didn't actually activate that alarm, which is interesting. Okay, stun past that droid. Listen to this, by the way.
Spending.
dalla sala
That's so funny.
preparazione
I love
androidi.
it.
Abbiamo un problema. Ci sono stati scontri con i sintetici alla stazione. Ho appena ricevuto notizia di un androide con trauma cranico.
Okay, we activate this tram. If you spam X on this button, then this tram it teleports to this side and then teleports back, and then you fall because there's no tram underneath you, and that will kill you.
Lascia stare, Ripley. Vuole solo scoprire la
Not worried about the alien.
Io voglio
No.
tutelare gli interessi della Wayland.
No.
Nah, the alien's chill.
No.
He's gone
No
right now.
concern whatsoever.
Magari. Questa conversazione
So do you want to explain
It's all
what's
about the
happening?
droids.
Yeah. Do you want to explain what's happening with Taylor right now?
voglio vedere
Her
la posizione
and Marlowe fucked off.
tutti i dati
Um,
riguardo l'origine di
Well, she freed him from the cell. And
Yeah.
they're basically going to make a deal or whatever.
Yeah, so they're making a deal. Marlowe is offering Taylor a way off the station,
On the Inisadora.
and the coordinates for
Ho sentito.
the planetoid where they found the derelict. Meanwhile, Taylor is offering Marlowe a way out of the cell because he's locked in currently. Also, what we just did right then was we went to a room, and that's got a bunch of stuff. It's got 3 Molotovs, 2 medkits. I already had one, and 3 pipe bombs. And those supplies are going to be really useful later on. The reason we got all that stuff now is because it's quicker to do it now than to get it earlier, even though we were there earlier. So yeah, now we've got a bunch of stuff that's going to come in useful later. So yeah, now it's mission 13. There's a few things about this mission which are interesting. So firstly, this is the mission where you have to give up our weapons. But we're going to do a special trick when we do that. Does the alien have a name? Oh, the alien is called Steve. Yeah, his name is Steve. That is what he is known by in the alien isolation speedrunning community. So yeah, we're going to give up our weapons here, but we're going to do it on the other side of this security scanner. And what that will do... His last name? Oh, his last name doesn't exist.
He's also Steve.
No, he just is Steve. So there's like no last name. So this door opened quickly because we were on the other side of this security scanner when we gave up our weapons.
Ok, vediamo.
Also, the code is 4930. You can see it on the top right.
His name is Steve.
Togli la corrente, fai dei respiri profondi.
Hi Benedictator.
comprimi. Facile.
Cheers, mate. Thanks and good luck. Hope you had a good stream. So now we have to do a bunch of hacks in a specific order. So we are going to do the hack on the blue side. There's a blue side and an orange side. We always do the blue side first. I hit it twice. Dude. My hacking is awful, dude. No safe clip. So yeah, I'll explain that. So, oh wait, censor. So on PC, you can do what's known as the save clip. There are a few ways of doing that. I'm going to go through a vent shortly, and then on the other side of the vent, once I drop down, there's going to be a wall with a save station on the other side. You can actually grab the prompt for the save station, and that skips a lot of the mission. It basically skips half the mission. But that's not possible on PC. I mean on console. It's only possible on PC. So we're not going to see that.
Big sad.
There is another glitch that we're going to do though.
Which one is this?
This is the gas mask glitch. I'll explain it when we get there.
Buona fortuna. Ripley. Man mano che vai in profondità.
Okay, so we're going to peek fall out of that to avoid a stagger animation.
Ottimo. Tieni le dita incrociate per me, eh?
Ci saranno un sacco di androidi Z laggiù, Ripley. È pericoloso.
And there's a hole in the floor over here.
Era un tipo in gamba per essere un sintetico.
Am I going to save? No.
Già.
I'm going to make some noise. Hello, can we grab the gas mask? There we go. Okay, so she's going to put on the gas mask. While she's in the animation to take it off, you're going to peek. That means that the Joe over here can't grab us. So he's going to hit us, but he didn't do a grab because we did the gas mask glitch. And now we're going to do a hack. Once we do the hack, the glitch like wears off, so we can get grabbed again.
Why is there a dick in chat?
Why do you ask me these difficult questions?
Fuck's sake.
Okay, hopefully there are no Joes in our way. There shouldn't be. Okay, it's fine. I should have put a sensor into something. It's okay. Anyway, so now we're going to go back here. I'm going to grab 3 of these consoles. Hello, 3 of these consoles. There we go. And now we can go through the vent. The vent is locked until you do those 3 consoles. Now we're going to push a button and go back into the vent. Now we have to do a mini game. The reason for this is because currently there's a hack which we have to do, but the hack is
Fast.
Yes, the hack is very fast, and it's not physically possible to do the hack until you do at least one of the mini games. At least on console. On PC, some people have spent hours doing it and gotten very close. Darkstar, if you're still here, he is one of those individuals who has gotten very close to actually getting the hack without lowering the security. Now we're going to go and talk to Apollo. Sophie, do you want to explain what happens in that cutscene?
We basically find out that they've been taken over by Weyland Yutani.
Yeah.
Or Seegson were bought out by Weyland Yutani.
Yeah, so Seegson are currently in control of, well, they were in control of Sevastopol, yeah. But they had a buyout, and now Weyland Yutani are operating this station, and they've put a new set of directives for Apollo. So Apollo is like,
contain the alien.
Yeah, because they want to get their hands on
kill. Yeah.
On the alien.
And it says that there is something up with the reactor core, so that's where we're going.
Yeah. So that's mission 13 done. Now we're on to mission 14. That's one of this is one of the most interesting and difficult missions in the run. So hopefully it doesn't go too bad. There's quite a few tricks here as well. So there's a plant clip you can do at the start. I'm not going to do it. I might try it once. Okay, I'll save and try it once. And if it doesn't work out, then I'll just reload, save.
Sei collegato, Riccardo?
Sono qui, Ripley. Novità?
Apollo sta seguendo i protocolli
But yeah, I'll be using an EMP for that plant clip.
La Seegson ha venduto tutto.
There's nothing at the reactor. You should just skip this mission entirely.
Qualcosa non va con il reattore.
If only you could do that.
Mi dispiace, Riccardo, ma sono un pesce piccolo. Io, Samuels, Taylor, lo siamo tutti. Se scoprissimo qualcosa, Apollo non sarebbe così disposto a farci uccidere.
So we've got to do this generator, and then there's well, we have to do that conduit, and then there's a generator here that we have to activate. Okay, I'll save here. If the plant kit doesn't work, then I'll just reload if I get caught by the Joe.
Everything will be fine.
I'm not convinced, but we'll see.
There are no important plot points or revelations in this mission anyway.
Gonna cycle on for a bit. Okay, gonna line this up. The hard part about this is lining it up.
I can't do this one. I tried for like half an hour. Can't do it.
Oh, I got the prompt, dude. Oh wait, what? He didn't see me? Are you serious? How did that Joe not see me? I thought he was like coming after me. Oh well, we'll try again. This is difficult. Okay, I'll give it one more go, and then I'll just okay, no, cool. This one's pretty difficult, so yeah. So the Joe came and activated that EMP.
Sad.
What is happening with the light, dude? Am I out of flashlight battery? Okay, I just reloaded. I was probably out.
Yeah.
We're gonna use another EMP in this area. There's a Joe over there. You can see him. If I can move the camera, that is. Well, we're gonna see him now. Let's throw an EMP at his feet. Oh, that's flamethrower fuel. Nice. I'll get that in a second. Okay, cool.
Oh lord, he coming.
Nah, it's fine. We're all Gucci. He's somewhere over there, I can't really see him that well. Gonna activate this generator. Wait, is he? Are you serious? Did he see me? He did see me. Not today. Okay, there can be an item there, so that's okay. It's fine, relax guys. So yeah, I could kill the next Joe coming up. This is the first Super Joe, by the way. So he's got an orange coat, well, a hazmat suit, and basically, so you saw I just stunned that Joe with an EMP. EMPs don't work on Super Joes. Yeah, I'm gonna save here.
Not the first time you see one.
Oh yeah, you see some in Mission 13. I was thinking about the bolt gun. It's the first time we see the bolt gun. Okay, we're gonna run here and make some noise. Then I'm gonna activate that radio, and we're gonna peek to the right, and hopefully he doesn't see us. Okay, I don't know why he saw us.
Oh boy.
I think I sprinted too long. I sprinted into the room a bit, and I shouldn't have done that. That's fine. Is that on? Yeah, it's on. Okay, cool. Hello? Okay, he's taking his time, but that's okay. Okay, that's how it's supposed to go. Okay, I can cycle on here. Oh, there's a bolt gun shot there. That's rare. That doesn't usually happen. Okay, we need to activate some shutters.
Mike is looking at us.
Okay, I'm gonna see where the Joe is. He's in a bad position for me. It's okay though. I'll just run by him. He doesn't follow us, so that's fine. We're gonna activate this elevator as well. Well, we're gonna call the elevator. See what else we can craft. I'll put you in there, and I can commit that. I won't commit the SCJ just yet.
Riccardo, sei mai stato
I think my health is pretty good, so I'm not going to heal just yet. I'll probably heal at the end of this mission. Actually, I should definitely make a noisemaker, but I'll save that stuff for now. Okay, and now we get our revolver and the shotgun back. So we have most of our weapons. We don't have the flamethrower yet still, but we'll get that soon also.
Look, Wildfire's on my host list, okay? Shut up.
Okay, so now for the reactor core. So there are 4 Super Joes here. We are going to stun past them, see where they're at. See one on the right. I'm not sure where the rest are. I'm going to make some noise to attract that Joe.
Why though?
So we can run past him. This is going to be close. Okay, that was way too close. Okay, there's nothing there. Okay, we're going to go right. There was a Joe on the left as well, but he was a bit far away, so I'm not sure if the cooldown would have carried over to him. Oh yeah, so I didn't explain the cooldown. So once you interrupt a grab from Joe, there is a cooldown of about 10 seconds-ish, and in that period no other Joes are able to grab you also. So you saw that Joe hit me, so that was the default thing to do during the cooldown. Yeah, I know that was sketchy info, but I was just risking it. During this black screen also you can move forward, so we're just going to be running through the nest.
Oh.
Yeah, so what's all this? Sophie, do you want to explain what's happening here?
Well, you know, more than one alien.
Yeah, the aliens are back.
Created a nest in the reactor core.
Oh, I'll get that flare actually. Can I get the flare? Thank you.
And also you said if you run straight to the desk, the facehugger that comes up.
Yeah, so
can't
you
get
could
you.
hear a facehugger approaching. That facehugger despawns once you get close enough to that keyboard.
Mummy alien and daddy alien.
Yeah.
No, it's just a mummy alien.
Yeah, the aliens
We
are
don't
back.
get to see her though. So sad.
Yeah, we don't get to see the queen, but there is a queen in here. You can hear her.
Yeah.
If you listen out closely. Okay, I'm gonna cycle on here for a bit.
When you activate each core, all the kind of alien screaming, you can hear her. She's like a deeper growl than the
Okay,
others.
I missed, and then I really messed that up. That's okay.
It's fine.
That was so sketchy. I should not be alive. I knew I'd missed, and then I didn't know like where the facehugger was.
Did it give you anxiety that one time when I walked to the console?
It gave me so much
Facehugger?
anxiety. Never walk to that. You were so close to getting facehugged.
And somehow didn't die.
I literally don't know how you didn't die, because you were in the animation of getting facehugged.
Right.
Yeah, like it was pushing you forward.
Look, the game loves me.
Yeah, anyway, we're gonna be very quiet now, so that the aliens don't hear us. Okay, an alien's dropped, that's okay, we're just gonna flame him. Oh no, he invented. This is actually kind of bad. Okay, now I need to listen out carefully.
You should bring up the motion tracker just to be like, this is how many fucking aliens are around us.
I'll do that when we're in the elevator.
Yeah.
I need to listen out here actually. When we're close to the elevator. Okay, we're gonna kill that facehugger. And we need to be careful to not go under any vents while we're leaving here. So I'm gonna move deep to the right. And listen out here. Okay, the alien dropped, so we have to turn around and threaten. Once he gets his hands up, you can go for the button safely. And there we go. I forgot to turn the motion tracker on, but you could hear there's a lot of
big
beats.
sound. Yeah, they're everywhere.
So yeah, that was the nest. It didn't quite go to plan because I meant to kill the first facehugger with just one shot, but it took a few. But the rest of it was okay, I guess. So, you know how I said the version 3 pipe bomb is really important? Well, this is where we're going to use it. So, there are 4 Super Joes here. If this strat goes right, then there should be only one left by the time I use the pipe bomb that I've got equipped. So we're going to stun past this Joe. I'll go for the minigame. Okay. Now, oh, this is pretty close. I'm going to throw a pipe bomb there. These Joes are dead. There's one left. He's over there. I'm going to use the bolt gun on him. Reload, why not? And I can reload cancel by swinging the wrench also. You can also peek to reload cancel. And that's 4 dead Super Joes.
Wow, GG.
Now we have to do 2 more mini games on the other side. So if you get a green mini game, it's faster to just exit out. Because the green minigames are really slow.
Annoying.
Yeah, if you exit out, then it will always give you a different minigame. Okay. Nice, 3 green minigames, 1 for RNG. Okay, now there are 4 more Super Joes that have spawned in once you do that minigame. So we're gonna get them to come onto this side of the area. We need to pull this lever over here, and then we're going to go back up the other side, and hopefully there should only be like 1 in the way.
Don't they all get burned anyway?
They do, but I'm going to just run past them. Okay, cool. I've got the revolver out, that's good. Stun past you, take a hit here. And oh god, we are good to go. So much bolt gun ammo. What is this?
Yeah.
I've got like 3 extra shots on the bolt gun. Usually you don't get any.
Favoritism.
So yeah, another ladder in this vent, and then we're going to drop down. And then we're going to trigger a reactor purge. What that's going to do is it's going to destroy the nest, and then it's game over, but not quite. The plan is to destroy the nest, but it doesn't quite go to plan, as we'll see in a second.
Riccardo, sto per distruggere.
And I'm going to mute my mic for a sec. Also, this is loud, so turn volume down if you'd like. Oh no, the aliens are loose. Whatever will we do?
I guess the one good thing is that it destroys the queen, but I guess ultimately that doesn't really do much.
Yeah, there's still like a lot of eggs left at the end of the game. So.
Well, yeah, but if you believe the canon from the, well, if you believe that one of the deleted scenes from Alien is canon, that aliens can morph humans into eggs,
oh yeah,
it
egg
doesn't
morphing.
really matter. Yeah, it doesn't really matter, to be honest.
There's
or that
like,
any alien can like become a queen.
Yeah, there's like a deleted scene in the original Alien, where
I think it's Captain Dallas.
yeah, it is Dallas's body that you can see like it's becoming an egg, but like it's yeah, it's not still like canon.
Yeah, it's like if you believe that that's canon, then it doesn't really make much difference. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So we're just doing some looting while we're waiting for the tram. Ooh, an ethanol.
And
That's
the same with like, you know, if any alien can become a queen, then it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. I'll loot a few of these boxes. Actually, I'll loot them all.
Stop talking about Prometheus, man.
Okay, cool. So that wasted a bit of time, but that's okay. We can also check the seats for some loot. There's also some loot there usually, but nothing today. That's okay.
It's because they gave you all that bolt gun ammo.
This is true.
They're like, no, you
I'd
can't
rather
have
have
this.
the loot than the bolt gun ammo, though.
Right.
Yeah.
He'll stop when you host shots. Hmm.
Okay, so that was mission 14. On to mission 15 now. So for the start here, there's a strat you can do where you can hit the tram a few times, and then you can run all the way up those stairs. But I don't really trust that because I've seen that strat fail way too many times, so we're just going to cycle on here.
Dannazione. E perché mi hai mandato qui?
It's on a Switch, you want to fill in 45 seconds of load time. Sounds about right.
Dobbiamo raggiungerla.
Intelligent discussion. There's none of that to be found here.
You know Dead by Daylight is on the Switch, right?
Is it? I didn't know.
Yeah, and I think that's the reason why they haven't introduced cross-play, like cross-platform play, because Switch players would be
Hello.
laggy.
Have you played it on Switch then?
God, no.
Fair enough, yeah.
I don't hate myself that much. Like, it wouldn't be fair to go up against PC players, because there's just too much of a difference.
Yeah, that actually wouldn't be okay.
Even PS4 up against PC would not be fair.
Yeah, that's still unbalanced, like, to a high degree. If you want competitive play, then that's not really, like, gonna cut it.
Like, I get why they haven't introduced it, and I doubt they ever will.
So, the alien's active in this area. This is where we were in Mission 6 earlier in the game. But it's looking a bit different now. Just gonna cycle on through this section.
Well, the explosion kind of fucked everything up.
Yeah. Also, there's a Super Joe here for no reason. Why is there a Super Joe here? Anyway, we can just cycle run past him, and then he stops chasing us after a certain point. And I don't need that scrap.
Why don't you need the scrap?
Because I don't need the scrap. And then I'll get to a run where I actually need scrap, and then I won't pick up scrap. That's when it gets tragic.
That's like when you, like, yell at me for not picking up a blasting cap or something.
No, but blasting caps are important. Scrap is
But
not
you need-
important.
It is, though.
It's hack, dude. Hello.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean about Dead by Daylight. I think it would just be unfair.
No, that's necessary. I might die here. If the alien drops, I might be dead. Because you can die in this cutscene. You'll scrap a run when you run out of scrap. What a way to chuck a run. Not having enough scrap. And that's why you run low percent, because low percent is the best category. Yeah, you can hear the alien. But we're okay. Cool. So yeah, in low percent, you're not allowed to loot any of the items that you come across. No blueprints as well.
What? None of them?
Yep.
That
Well,
sounds
you
depressing.
can loot stuff that you have to loot, so like key cards and like you
Oh
have to
yeah,
loot,
well.
you have to loot the weapons like the revolver and the shotgun. But you can't loot any extra ammo for them or like anything to build any items. But it's actually very fun. You also have only 42% health for the for like most of the run, so that's also fun, having no health.
Define fun.
Yeah, fun is a very subjective word, you know. It's different things are fun to different people. Don't judge.
I think you shouldn't stay friends with console players.
Wow, wow.
You're watching a console run.
That's just offensive. So we need to enter this terminal to get a code. The code is 4510. Hello. I know how to input numbers. Yep.
Clearly don't.
Professional speedrunner, guys.
Should be a tally for how many times you say that.
You'd run out of paper.
True.
Yeah. So now we're just waiting around for a hack to come out. Then we're going to do the hack. Right now we're locked in here for a bit, so now's a good time to sort out some items. If I had another ethanol or another blasting cap, that would be great, but I don't, so it's kind of unfortunate. Okay, we're going to do this hack. I could have hit that, but that's okay. Okay, now I'm just going to wait for this door to get unlocked. Yeah, I'm going to heal for sure. I can probably heal again. Yeah, I can. I might save that medkit, but I do have 2, so it's probably worth using it.
Riccardo, mi senti? Ho riattivato I circuiti di base della Mesidora. I portelli
Grab
dovrebbero
this
aprirsi e speriamo torni la luce.
audio log for good luck. Do you know what the audio log is called in English?
I don't remember.
It's called Feeling Lucky.
Dove sei, Marlo?
100% strats, by the way. Okay, yeah, I'm taking my time with that facehugger because I don't want to risk anything. Because if you die here, then it sends you back a long way.
Does anyone play with this? The microphone compatibility on? I was thinking about it, but there's not really any point streaming it then, because it's like you can't talk to chat.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Like.
Well, I mean, you could, but you have to pause every time, and like, what's the point of that?
It would literally take you like 15 hours if you. I mean, it's fine for you because you don't talk a lot during your normal streams.
Well, sometimes I talk a lot.
Sometimes.
Okay, well, it depends.
You try.
I try.
I did want to try the camera thing. You know, where it tracks your head movement.
Oh yeah, head tracking, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain that cutscene?
It's the report from Ripley after she escaped on the... Is it the Narcissus?
Nostromo.
No, on the
Oh yeah, on the Narcissus. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was what was on the, well, the black box of the Nostromo. Yes.
Yeah. So basically, that's just a message from Ellen Ripley to Amanda, saying that they ran into an alien organism and that Ellen is safe, but she is stranded on a lifeboat. Yeah. Basically, Marlowe now has a plan to blow up the ship we're in, and that will destroy the station as well. It will destroy Sebastopol. So yeah, he wants to kill all the aliens, which is understandable. It's actually the sensible thing to do. But of course, we don't want to die, so we're not a big fan of this plan. Taylor isn't a big fan either, as you can see. Oh, what's Taylor doing? What's she doing? Yeah, that was good timing, actually. Usually I'm a bit late on that. And he's just chilling over there. He's asleep, right?
Yeah, he's just having a nap. He's fine.
Yeah. So yeah, basically Taylor and I, we are going to make sure that this ship does not explode. So she's found that, and now we're going to do this generator. So we need Taylor to do another thing, and then we'll be able to do this hack, and then pull, well, do this conduit. There we go. Oh, this hack pattern. This hack pattern. Oh my god, this is actually the worst possible hack pattern. They were all on like opposite sides. That's actually the worst possible pattern. Oh my god, I've never actually seen that.
Only you.
Like version 3 hacks are difficult, but that's the most difficult as possible. Well, okay, we'll just accept that happened. Yeah, so now the station, well, the station is safe, or is it? Because the system override is, well, basically the ship's gonna blow anyway. But we managed to make sure the explosion isn't as big. Actually, we should probably watch this. No, Taylor! Rip Taylor.
She did.
Taylor did nothing wrong. Okay, Taylor did a few things wrong, but
she did do a few things wrong,
well,
you know.
Yeah. F for Taylor. So yeah, basically we're just escaping the ship.
Yeah, that always happens in like apocalyptic type stuff though.
Yeah, basically all the
like
time.
People always end up like fighting each other. It's like, you think about The Walking Dead, it's like literally the apocalypse and they still fight each other.
Yeah, because people just don't want to work together, I guess. Okay, so that was mission 15. Going into mission 16 now. This is one of the scarier missions, because there are a lot of humans here at the start, and 2 of them have revolvers. So, the revolver, when you've got a human enemy, it can do 40 to 60% damage, but occasionally it will do a full 100% damage, so it can kill you even if you have full health. That's why it's so dangerous. The enemies with shotguns, they're not much of an issue. The shotgun can only do 12.5% max damage, which is the same as like a melee hit. So we don't really have to worry about them that much.
Logic.
Yeah, logic.
That makes zero sense.
The shotgun does as much damage as melee. Yeah, makes sense.
So if they hit you with the shotgun?
No, if they shoot you with a shotgun, I should have said.
Yeah, that's what I meant. It just That's so
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah.
So stupid.
Oh, another blossom cap. I can make a Molotov maybe. Actually I should have made this earlier. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention, but that's okay.
Mood.
I should have made that noisemaker sooner, but that's fine. We're going to use that in a second to draw a few humans into a room. And by a few I mean 5. So that's a bit more than a few, I guess.
How is the revolver more than that? Okay.
The second one's a bit here. Gonna peek to
Gross.
check where the humans are. Gonna throw this into the room. Gonna equip a pipe bomb. Where's this guy going? If he runs like this way, then it's kind of bad. Yeah, it's okay. Actually, well, I said that's bad, but that's okay. The cycle on here for a bit. Gonna use the motion tracker as well, just check where all the humans are at. So, wait, where is this? That's a bit close. He's got a revolver. Don't kill me. Yeah, I took his bullet. I'm gonna heal. So the one guy who I was supposed to kill, I didn't kill.
Sad.
The second one here. This is so sketchy. Okay, I need to heal again because I took another bullet. How am I not dead? I got really lucky with those shots. Every bullet that I took could have killed me, and I took 2 of them. So yeah. This guy isn't a problem though. I'm just gonna kill him. So yeah, when I said that the revolver guys are very dangerous, I did mean it. But at least we made it through. I'm glad I took those extra medkits also. So we're going to trigger Ricardo, and then we're going to activate this to get a box, and we'll place a Molotov over here in the middle. That Molotov is for the exit because an alien will come through here, and then he'll get hit by the Molotov. Oh yeah, also when I said that the shotgun does max 12.5% damage, that's at very close range. So at medium range it's like more like 6%, and from long range it's like 1%. It barely does anything at all. Okay, I could use a Molotov for this next part, but I'm gonna save that, and I'll use the shotgun and I'll save. I'll save here, because I don't want to die to these humans, because 2 of them have revolvers. So we're going to kill the revolver humans, but we're going to leave the shotgun human alive. Did we get good RNG? Oh, this is good RNG.
You're so slow to react.
Yeah. Even on Nightmare, the humans are a
reaction
bit
time
toasty.
of like 10 seconds.
Oh, I hear something. It sounds like my friends are getting killed. I should think about this for another 5 seconds. So now we're going to the observatory, and the reason for this is that we want to make contact with the Torrens, which is the ship that we came to Sevastopol on, because that's the only way we can escape. But we need to do a few mini games first.
And we have to align the dishes so that we can pick up the signal, basically.
So we have to do another spacewalk in a sec after we've done these mini games.
Yay!
Spacewalk hype.
No, I'm on mission 17 hype right now.
Mission 17
I'm
is
so
coming.
ready.
It is coming. I'm ready for everything to just go to... yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. I have, well, I've got 1 stun charge, so I guess that's all I need. Okay, this is the last mini game. Once we do this, a ladder will open after the dialogue finishes.
L'ho trovata.
And then the spacewalk is going to happen.
Fatto. Esco fuori.
So if you want to like grab a snack or like get a drink or anything, then during the spacewalk would be a great time. Because it gets pretty intense after the spacewalk, so you want to be around for that.
Posso sbloccare l'entrata da qui. Dammi un secondo. Ecco, fatto.
Was that a yawn?
Huh?
Was that a yawn?
Yeah, it was.
Well, I mean, we haven't even got to the spacewalk and you've gotten yet, so you're probably going to be asleep by the time it's finished.
Shut up.
I'll commit you guys, but I don't know if I want to commit. Oh no, I didn't need to do that. Okay, that's fine. I need to check if I can make another Molotov. I think I'm short of blasting cap.
Go
That's
to
okay.
sleep, Sophie. It's 4:15 in the afternoon.
Naps are a thing. I'm probably
I
gonna have a
don't
nap
nap.
after this.
I literally sleep for like 11 hours.
I mean, I guess if you
I'm
sleep
just-
for that long, naps aren't really necessary, so fair enough.
I'm just always tired. That's my problem. Like, all the time.
Yeah. Anyway, we're in space right now, so some cool views. The planet looks really good, actually. So, it's pretty cool. And then we can see the space station as well.
I can't stop yawning. Look, okay. Wildfire knows this. Being tired is one of my personality traits. It's just who I
I
am.
can attest to this, yes.
I yawn. I'll wake up, and at 10 o'clock in the morning, I'll be yawning. I'm just always tired, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Feels tired, man.
That was a dud joke.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
It actually wasn't.
It totally was.
It really wasn't.
It was.
Anyway,
Oh, this
so...
is another thing. All me and Wildfire do is fucking argue.
I mean, I'm not going to argue with that, but you're right.
Wow.
So we have to take this elevator, and that's going to take us to a place where we can input some coordinates. But before we can do that, we have to align the dishes, the antenna dishes. So we have to go down here. So that's where we're going to input the coordinates over there. So we're going here first, and we have to pull a few levers. Like me and Matt, it's a lot tired. It's a bit huge. Yeah, fair enough. That is true, Heki, actually. I'm not saying that your jokes are shit.
No, that's you.
Heki, I didn't mean it. I love you. Promise. Yeah, these there are 3 levers to pull, but they take a while to get ready. Like the lighting will change, and at a certain point you'll know when you can do them. Sorry, Heki, please don't hate me. I didn't mean it. And the last lever is over here.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was my jaw cracking. I'm really sorry if you heard.
I didn't hear anything.
Okay, good.
So yeah, now we're going back up and we're going to input the coordinates.
You guys are like me and my imaginary anime girlfriend. Why though?
Just don't question it. So yeah, for these dials, you can hold right, and even though the two dials will move in opposite directions, you can do them like both by moving right. So you have to do them one at a time. The first one, the first number that you have to input is 35, but you can just spam X and then it will do it automatically when you get close to 35. And then it's 75 for this one. Okay, and now there's some dialogue. Do you want to explain what's happening with the dialogue here?
Verlaine, they're finally in contact with Verlaine, and
yep.
Basically Verlaine is saying that, what is it, you have to... Well, basically they can't stay in the airspace because of the explosion.
Yeah. So we need to do a few things on the station. We need to extend the umbilical so that the Torrens can dock. And to do that we need to get to a few terminals later in the game.
Niente di buono, Torrens. C'è un organismo alieno qui. È letale. Serve un'estrazione urgente. Cosa? Non c'è tempo per spiegare, ti prego, Verlaine. Non possiamo attraccare, Rick. La stazione si sta liberando dagli...
Also, you can see the space debris like around us. For a long time we thought that the next spacewalk after this you get killed by space debris, but it's actually time dependent. So if you stay too long, like without getting to a certain point in the next spacewalk, then that's what kills you, not the space debris. It's an urban myth.
Can you imagine she just gets like smacked by a giant bit of the ship? Just
that would be tragic.
It'd be great.
But it would be a bit tragic though. Okay, so coming up, we're going to have a look at the side of the station, and we're going to see something pretty interesting. I won't give any spoilers, but you can probably take a guess as to what it is. When we reach about like halfway, we'll be able to see it. Oh, it's a little Steve. What's he doing? He's just crawling around. Isn't he cute?
I'm kind of surprised that he doesn't actually acknowledge the fact that you're even there.
Yeah. And now he's gone.
Aww.
Okay, things are about to get intense, so I'm gonna save, and then we're gonna go back up the elevator. But that's after we get
only fun things. Only fun things happen here.
Yeah. Steve just wants a hug. Exactly, he's just misunderstood. He just wants to give hugs and give love and affection. It's not his fault that his hugs kill people. It's just his nature, right? Okay, so for this next strat, you'd think that we want to stay out of the alien's line of sight, but we're going to do the exact opposite. We're going to get its attention, and because we're in this room here and the door is locked, the alien isn't going to be able to get to us. Where's the shotgun guy? Okay, I didn't see the shotgun guy, that's okay. But the alien, his default thing to do when he can't get to us is to enter the vents. So we force him to vent there. The shotgun guy is somewhere here, but that's okay.
Well, shotguns barely do any damage anyway.
Yep. The alien was there, but that's fine. Okay, we've healed. Gonna get the flamethrower out just in case.
He just wants love. That's all he wants.
Yeah. Oh, the door broke. Okay, cool. Anyway, the alien's there, you can see his tail. So, Ricardo's... he's not being good. Yeah, he's got face hugged. So, we're gonna have to leave him there. The alien triggers that Molotov, so he's gonna go into the vents. Just gonna keep running.
The aliens feel like slugs.
Gonna avoid the vents as well.
They don't look slimy, you know. They don't.
From here, I'm gonna psycho run because he can be here at the end.
What's a cuddle?
And mission 17, here we come. So this is the most difficult and intense mission in the game.
Yes.
I'm sorry if I don't do a lot of talking. I'll try to explain everything as best I can, but I also need to focus as well. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. At the start I'm going to be running for a bit to get a human to come to a certain area, and then I'll psycho run from there.
Oh yeah, don't worry, I'm a professional at explaining things.
Okay, we're gonna cut this panel. Hopefully the human doesn't see us. If he does, that's bad. If he doesn't,
So.
great. Okay, I'm gonna open this door. I'm gonna select a flare. Okay, good, he's over there. I'm gonna throw that flare around there. I think that's okay. That placement might be okay, we'll see. Okay, I'm gonna get that code. I'm gonna equip the stun baton. Oh, ethanol. Okay, I need to be a bit speedy here. That is good placement, I need to be quick here. Okay, input the code. Okay, so when I activate this keyboard, if the human is next to the door at the same time that I did that, then the door that you saw I threw the flare at, it should disappear. And you can also arrange... okay, didn't do it. That's fine. So the door's still there, that's okay. So I'm gonna save reload.
Reload it, yeah.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna kill the facehugger that comes that spawns in once you open the door. I don't have a stun baton, otherwise I'd use a stun baton. But that's okay. The reason I save reloaded is because that makes it more consistent to kill that hugger without the aliens dropping. Otherwise the alien will likely drop when I kill that hugger. I should also explain what I did with killing this guard. So you can actually use the stun baton from a distance. If you aim it and then press fire and then peek, you can use it from a range. And that's a glitch. It's not allowed in NMG. But yeah, so that helps with killing that guard more easily. You can also kill that hugger with the stun baton, but I only had one stun charge, so that's why I did the save reload strat. It's okay though. It's not a big deal. I'm gonna make a noisemaker for a part coming up as well. Okay, so because the alien didn't drop in that area that we were just at, in this next area, he is not going to be on the floor, like on the ground. If he had dropped here, like if he had dropped where we just were, then he would be patrolling around here when the door for the tram will open. But as you can see, he's not anywhere near here. So we can just run all the way to the next elevator. Okay, we're going to do a safe safety save, and then I'm going to do another pretty intense strat. So we're going to throw a noisemaker. It's a bit loud. It's okay. So I'm going to save. I'm going to throw a noisemaker at that wall, and then we're going to run into that hallway to the right. And we're going to stun past Joe, and then enter a room. Set the revolver. Good. That was a bit close. I thought I didn't hit him. So second running into this room. Stay out of the alien's line of sight. He's gonna vent because he hears the noisemaker. So we're free to come and get this terminal. You can just exit out of this one to get the code. You don't have to look at it. Then we're going to come over here, input the code, and get a key card. That was a bit slow, but whatever. If you're playing on PC, you don't actually need to get the codes to open that that door. You can actually clip. You can grab the key card by a clip. You can also do that on console, but that's really difficult. I've only done it like a handful of times before. I'm gonna be careful not to make any noise here.
Hey, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna do that thing where you get the alien to push you through the door?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, this mission has the only like console exclusive strat. Okay,
Yay.
Actually I'm not gonna use the flare. We'll just do low percent stuff. Actually I can run here. What am I doing? Reload cancel. Avoid that vent, because if he's in that vent he can kill you. I've had him be in this vent before, but that was only once. Okay, we're okay. Okay, we can grab this key card without triggering a hugger. On PC don't do that because you need to come back here anyway. And the hugger will trigger then. So now the alien's going to come through there. We're going to silent run here. This is a low percent strat. If you're not doing low percent, then you'd normally place a flare or a Molotov to deal with the alien, but we're just going to wait around the corner. Okay, the alien isn't here. We're going to plant this Molotov here. And now we're going to save. Okay, and now the console exclusive strat is coming up. So because of lower FPS on console, we can actually use the alien to push us through a door. And that skips having to do a lot of stuff in this section, so hopefully I can get it. Run between the alien and the door, and he pushes us through. Perfect. Because we planted the Molotov, he won't be in this vent as well. But I'm just going to check where he's at with the motion tracker. Wait, is he actually going to drop on us? Okay, no, we're good. Are we good? He's going to drop, but that's okay. We'll be out by the time he does. Yeah, he dropped. We did it. And that's mission 17. Well, there's still a bit left of mission 17, but that's
like a tiny
most of
bit.
it done. Yeah. That was okay, I guess. Hi Calivan, it's going okay, thank you. How are you doing? And Shears Creek. You can also do that that glitch where Steve pushes you through the door on PC, but you need to cap your FPS to below 45. Otherwise it doesn't work.
That's sad.
Is it PB time? Unlikely. And by unlikely I mean definitely not. But that's okay. My PB is like pretty optimized, but I do have a few deaths in there, so I guess it's not that optimized. I definitely need to come back to this category in the near future to get a deathless run. A deathless saveless run. Because if you save, then that's just like in anticipation of a death, so it's time loss as well to save. It's about 7 seconds. So the most optimized runs will have like no saves, or if you're going to save, then it will be part of a strat. So for example, in mission 7, there's a strat where you can get the humans to open a door instead of turning the Joe on and then killing him and getting the keycard from him. But to get the humans to open the door, it's faster to teleport them to the door using a save. So that's one reason that you'd save, like for a strat. But like for insurance, if you want to save, then your run wouldn't be as optimized as it could be. Okay, here we're going to do 2 more hacks. This first hack, there's nothing special about it, really. Okay, I didn't know exactly where that was, but I chanced it. Okay, we're going to cycle run now, because the alien's now active. We're going to go along this wall, and now we're going to look here, and we're going to be able to do that hack. So normally you wouldn't be able to do that hack, and you'd have to go into that vent, and then you'd have to pull a lever in there, but we're going to but what we did there was we grabbed the prompt for that hack out of its range, and that allowed us to do it without having to pull the lever. So I planted a Molotov there. That's because an alien is going to spawn down here, and that will get the alien to vent straight away, so we don't have to deal with him. I'm going to cycle run up these stairs, and we're going to save. Now, if we save later, then the Molotov will already be triggered, so it won't be there if you reload, so you have to save now. I'm going to grab this fuel as well, just for insurance, not that I need it. Activate this terminal. Okay, now you saw that orange glow, that was the Molotov getting activated. Okay, got the flamethrower out. Jump scare. We'll turn around, flame this guy. That was a lot of fuel, but that's okay. Gonna run down the stairs.
You used a lot, to be fair.
This is true. Anyway, that alien got triggered by the Molotov, so we can just run through. And here we go.
Cutscene time.
When I first saw this, I thought Ripley was crying, but
I'm so emotional.
Yeah.
I would be though. I don't understand how she hasn't been crying this whole time. I would be.
Yeah. It's a pretty tough ordeal, I guess. If you move during this black screen, by the way, then you can trigger a hugger, and that will kill you. So you need to like not move at all. Yeah, I was going to say also that she doesn't have a reflection, so
right.
So that means she's obviously a vampire. Anyway, as you can see, the station is it's gone to shit. There are eggs everywhere. Interestingly, the closest egg to us, it isn't open. You see that egg to the right? That could be interpreted as Ripley not being impregnated with a facehugger, potentially. There are a few ways to interpret, like if she got hello, I need that actually. Okay, some huggers are going to come here. 1, 2. There's a hugger that spawns behind us.
I guess it'll never be confirmed because we won't get a good sequel.
Oh, that one.
So, unless you count Alien Blackout, which
that's not a game that we count.
You're right. I'm like, why?
Anyway, this is another hugger that we have to kill. This one can be a bit of a troll because there's like an invisible wall, so your shot can get blocked by that, and then you can miss the hugger.
Infomaster, you say aliens confirmed she didn't die, but to be fair, it was what's his face from the company who told Ripley that.
Yeah.
So it could be a lie.
Like they could have just covered it up. Anyway, what we did here is we placed a flare there, so that prevented another alien from dropping down, and also meant that we can run through next to that alien, because that alien was stuck in an animation.
Because they would have wanted to cover the whole thing up, and that would include faking that she died. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, there are many ways to interpret like what could have happened. Okay, now we're gonna go over here. There's some trams who, like, yeah, these trams can kill you, so don't get too close to them.
Yeah, Burke is a liar.
Yeah.
100%.
So we're gonna skip past
else.
another tram here. Okay, we're not. What? Dude, I crashed. What the hell? I got stuck.
Oh.
Okay, so I got stuck, and then I thought like I couldn't make it, so I crouched, and then she didn't crouch. I figures that would happen.
Ouch. Yeah, Burke lied about literally everything else in that film, so I don't see why he wouldn't lie about that too.
The game is taking its time to load.
Nice loading screen.
Yep, love to see it. Hopefully it doesn't crash, because that would be unfortunate.
Oh boy.
It's a good thing loading screens aren't counted as part of the actual time. Okay, well, we're back here. Let's try this again, shall we? Okay, so we're going to skip past this tram. There we go. Also turn the volume down for this bit, because this bit's a bit loud. Yeah, there are a lot of points in this game where it's just like unnecessarily loud. I don't know why. And like not in proportion to like the rest of the audio as well, because otherwise you could just turn like all the audio down. Anyway, we're here. Hello, can we go through? Okay, so the last enemies in the game are over here. There are two huggers. Gonna flamethrower them both. And there are a few huggers here as well, but they can't get to you, so we're just gonna kill them all. And that's a good use of fuel, right there.
It's a good thing you're almost at the end.
Yep. Here, if you hold forward and keep holding it, then you can just jump like straight from the ladder. Otherwise, you have to climb down for a bit. Yeah, Ripley's not having a good day, is she? Okay, gonna climb up here.
The thing is there's no time frame for this, so it could literally be like just in a couple of hours.
This is true. We don't know how long she was asleep for.
Unless it's like Outlast Whistleblower, where they knock you out for a bit and it comes up like, oh yeah, 12 hours later.
Yeah.
Doubt it though.
And again, she has no reflection, so she's still a vampire. This tour takes a while, but that's okay. So yeah, this is the last spacewalk, and this is what I was talking about before, when I mentioned that it was an urban myth that space debris could kill you here. So if you don't get to the next button that we have to push by a certain time, then that's what kills you. It's the station exploding, I think, or something like that.
You literally just fall over and die?
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, that's the Torrens right there. Hopefully we're going to be free in like a few minutes. It's got a bit left of the run. There's only 2 more tricks really to explain. The first one is in this mission, the second one is in the next mission. The next mission is pretty short. So here we go, we're going to go into this tram. So at the end of this tram there's going to be a set of stairs. Going to go up them, and then we have to pull a few levers and use a few key cards. After that we have to trigger a few blast pins, and there are 4 blast pins in total. They're arranged in like 2 rows of 2. You can actually trigger 2 blast pins at once if you move the camera quickly between them horizontally. Then you can trigger them together, and that saves about 15 seconds because it takes that long to trigger each one individually.
Would Ripley be able to consume alien blood?
Well,
no.
I don't think anyone would be able to consume alien blood. Yeah. Oh, also another thing I should mention. When you kill facehuggers with anything other than the stun baton and the flamethrower, no, I mean stun baton and the flame. Yeah, it is the flamethrower. Then the hugger can release blood, which can damage you. It can do up to 15% damage actually, so it's quite significant. Hecky. There's another Steve over there, by the way, you can see him. So yeah, the boss pins are here. You can see they're arranged in 2 rows of 2. For the top row, I usually go from left to right to trigger them together. So let's do this. Okay, I think I got it. The camera's a bit shaky here, so it can be a bit difficult. It's better to, like, you know, take a few seconds to line it up properly. So yeah, that's the top row done. The bottom row I usually go right to left, and that works better for me. Yep, got it. Okay, so now we're just gonna flip onto the railing. Everything's shaking about. And there are a few aliens here, so we should probably hurry up, Ripley. Probably, you know, get going. Like ASAP. Like now would be a good time to do something. Push the button! What are you waiting for? Just do it! Well, that was a bit too close. But we made it, and we're also going to skip the best cutscene in the game.
Aww.
Yeah, in that cutscene you get to see Sevastopol get destroyed. It's actually kind of beautiful but poetic at the same time. Yeah. Hey, we got skill walk. So this is the last trick that I was talking about. I never get this, so it's kind of fitting that I got it now. I'm walking pretty fast right now. The alternative that you can get is to get a slower walking animation. Yeah, we don't know like how to get it consistently, or at least I don't know how to get it consistently on console. But hey, I got it, so nice. Oh, also Verlaine got a makeover. She's looking a bit different, and she's like kind of aggressive right now. So yeah, time is coming up very shortly. When the screen turns black, it's going to be time. So now it's time.
Aww.
And that was Alien Isolation. Thank you for watching, everyone. Thanks for the GGs as well, and thanks Sophie for the commentary as well. It's been really fun.
You're welcome.
Yeah, what Info said, the speedrunning community for AI is, we're not too big, but the people who love AI love it a lot, so if the run interested you, then please do come check us out on speedrun.com, and also join the Discord if you'd like to. There are a lot of cool people, and we'd be happy to like help out if anyone's interested in learning the run. And we'd also like to thank Matt and all the other people who run this event for having us here, because AI hasn't been at many marathons, so it's nice to have some exposure for the game, because it is a really nice speed game, and there's a lot of different categories that adapt to like different play styles and like what you want. There's a lot of different lengths of categories, so yeah, not really going to say much else. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks also for everyone who ran in the marathon. It's been a good marathon so far, and there are a few runs left to go, so please come and stay for those. Yeah, thanks again. I'll see you guys later, and thanks again Sophie as well.
Yep. It's alright, I had fun.
Cheers. See you guys.
Bye bye.